And even if they came in to the station, as far as turning on, and they hear just music, that's okay. So in other words, if we don't get started right at 7 or right at 7:07 or 7:08, we're still getting there. Everybody will understand.
Yeah, and it'll be more along the like what the other radio stations
do.
Yeah,
We'll be catching them on their actual ride.
but I think some of them start at like what 5.
They do a 5-hour show,
Yeah, 5 to 10.
but they got a lot more people than we do.
Oh yeah.
And they play a lot more music and everything else.
Yeah.
And they recap some of the same shit over and over again, and we don't.
Yeah, the same. Yeah, like if you didn't hear it at 5, or
they'll replay the weather, they'll replay the
Yeah.
sports, they'll replay this, they'll replay that.
which we didn't do sports yesterday.
Brad just sent it to me and said that he didn't send it, but he just sent me something.
Okay. No, she's got one more year. Because she can go until the day of her 22nd birthday. But then even when she gets out of school, we're going to get her into that Rockdale Cares program so that she'll still have something. Yeah. Yep. She didn't want to get up this morning. I couldn't get her up till 6:15. It's the Easter Bunny.
And we're live. And by the way, we just been talking, and I didn't even know I had the camera on. Shows the mindset. We're trying to accomplish way too many things way too fast this morning.
Yeah.
Well, all right, we're live on the radio. Good morning. This is DJ Scotty with Redneck. What was your name again?
Really?
So we were just discussing. I think we're going to start going live at 7-ish. 7-ish.
7-ish.
Yes, I'm going to put the ish in there because that way it's 7:03 if we're not live.
We won't start getting the hate mail.
That's right.
Which that's funny.
But
sometimes
the catch of it is I'm watching. I got a graph, and it's not accurate. It's kind of like the voting for Obama. It wasn't accurate either. But Um, I'm waiting to see a bomb shoot through my window.
For real. Or the men in black come to take us away.
Listen, I'm not just picking on Obama. I think the Ku Klux Klans are idiots.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Black Panthers are idiots.
Yes.
I think anybody that, hates on the gay groups are idiots.
Yes.
Because if the gay groups, let's look at it this way. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this turd right out in the middle of the yard and see who steps in it. So let's look at it this way. I've tried to explain this to some hate groups. Okay. You have the right to hate and speak all this trash.
Mm-hmm.
They have the right to a penis.
Yeah. Message.
Order up. Hot salami being served.
Oh.
That's the point, though. You have the right to speak your hate and your filth.
That's
and
true.
They have a right for cocktails. Cocktails after dinner, Stephanie. Don't look at me like that.
Or mimosas.
Exactly.
Before breakfast.
There you go. So you have the right to speak your Ku Klux Klan crap and
they can do what they
and
want.
dress up like Casper the Friendly Ghost. And they have the right to do what they want to do.
I never thought of it that way, Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah, there ain't nothing friendly about it.
Yeah. I was going to say Casper the Idiot Ghost.
So, yeah, there we go. We're just throwing birds in the middle of the yard and see who dances in it. That's all. So, did you see my picture I posted this morning?
No, I did not.
Man, Stephanie, where are you?
Well, I was dealing with a kid. Well, I can't call her a kid anymore.
I was fixing to say, you can't really say that anymore.
Well, she'll always be my baby.
I wanted to start kind of not necessarily a movement, but kind of a movement. I saw somebody else make a crack about a flag, and it says, "Come stomp on mine." So I did this picture, and it's my motorcycle vest that has my flag, my patch for my Second Amendment, and it says I used to care, but I take a pill for that now. And I just wanted to make a statement to the idiot stomping on the flag. Try this one. This country gave you the right to act like the idiot you're being. And then I was hashtag try this one. But I just thought, what the hey? If you want to be stupid, be stupid. This is just like that reject idiot that hangs out on the street of Covington screaming his hate.
Yeah.
It's so funny when people scream their hate, but in their sick, twisted mind, they have all these things in their twisted up, screwed up brain that make them justify what they're doing. An alcoholic will justify why he's drinking alcohol at 6 a.m. in the morning. A child molester will try to justify why he's trying to mess with a kid. A rapist will try to justify why he raped some woman. A murderer will try to justify why he did what he did.
Oh, yeah.
And the idiot on the street, he's going to try to justify what he's doing. But you can't do wrong and expect to justify it and make normal, everyday people go, "You're right."
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. I'm going to hell. You're right. Yeah. Golly, Willis, why didn't I think of that?
You're right, because I'm going to hell because I'm out here trying to help a kids foundation raise money. Yeah, I'm going to hell.
But you remember my philosophy. Here's my philosophy. You ready, everybody? Here's how you got to always look at it. You're right, sir. You do have the constitutional right of freedom of speech. Yes. But when your constitutional right starts infringing on my constitutional right, then a throat punch should be done.
That's what I was about to say. And then my right fist can make contact with your nose.
Because you have the right for freedom of speech, but your dumbass doesn't have the right to yell and scream at my kids in my face telling me I'm going to go to hell, because where's my right for peace, love, and happiness? Mm-hmm. Where's my rights? You're violating my rights. If you want to scream, there's a green dumpster behind one of them restaurants that you can go scream at all day long. That will probably be the only thing willing to listen to you talk your trash. Just say it. But I'm not trying to attack him. I'm just bringing out the fact that he's an idiot.
Yes, that he is. But you turned on the news this morning, or at least when I turned on the news this morning, all you see is police shootings, and something went down or something happened in Gwinnett County where an SUV hit two officers and the officers had to open fire on it. I mean, that's all you're hearing about on the news lately is all these police shootings. It's crazy.
Well, and then, they were bringing up something that is something that's been happening in Snellville. Snellville now is wearing body cams.
Oh, I did not know that.
And what you said brings up this. I'm going to actually have to tell the story backwards a little bit of how I heard it. But due to all the police crap that's been happening, they said that the human beings are being a little leery. The lawful human beings are being a little leery because you keep hearing this police thing, this police thing, this police thing. So when they're wearing these body cams, and if they turn and look at you while you're at a red light, and if they see you playing on your phone, they pull you over and try to say you were texting.
Yeah.
And then they say, can I see your phone? And they're asking, but because everybody's so intimidated by these dumbasses, they're handing over their phones. Well, legally, you can tell them no.
Yeah.
Because they have to get a warrant.
Yeah.
To go through your phone. But the problem is this, and this is where I would love to meet up with any state representatives and help get this out there. Because once they then take your phone from you, and then they go get a warrant just so they can unlock it, just to try to prove that you were texting. But the problem is the law does not say that you can't answer your phone. It does not say you can't use your GPS on your phone. It does not say that you can't listen to music on your phone.
No.
So just because I got my phone in my hand means nothing. Hell, I just twitch and play with things in my car. So I already have my phone in my hand 90% of the time anyways.
Me too.
So what you gonna do now, partner? I love my cop buddies, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But y'all are starting to infringe on some rights of mine where you don't go through my wallet, you don't go through my phone. So I'm now going to try to find a representative who is willing to battle this, and just for fun, the Just for Fun Nation will jump on this because you don't have a right to go through my phone. I don't give a shit who you are. And yes, I just said the HIT word. I apologize. But that's the only way I could get my point across.
Well, and it's
you don't have a right to go through my phone. I don't care who you are. You don't have a right.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you bring that up. A couple of weeks ago, I had called Heath. Or actually, yeah, it was when we went and saw Moccasin Creek. And do you know when he answered his phone, he ended up getting pulled over by a police officer because they saw it light up. And they said he was texting, and he was actually on the phone with me and Travis, and then with Billy Jack. And they didn't give him a ticket or anything, but they were trying to prove that he was texting. And I'll prove
you can kiss my ace. That's the problem. Is you got more important things to do than worry about if I'm texting on my phone. I mean, hello, how many times have I said on 138? And I've watched people turning up a beer.
Yeah.
I have sat at the intersection of Old Salem and 138 and watched two dudes passing a joint from one car to the other car. Like the dude was in the right turn lane to turn at the checkers on the 138, pass it out of his window into the passenger window of the car that would have been going straight over to Hooters. Wow. And you're going to try to scope out me for having my phone in my hand.
Yeah. And all I'm doing is either using the GPS or whatever. Sometimes I just drive, just.
That's me. I'll have my phone in my hand.
Yeah.
Just because it gets
right up here at my mouth.
I do too.
Just because. I don't know why. I just do it.
So I'm tempted to get a dummy phone. One that don't even work.
Yeah.
Pull me over now.
But at least have the
But the bad thing is
Light up.
I'm so supportive of police officers doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And it aggravates me to see City of Snellville chasing nothing but text messaging when they've got speeders. Come on, you idiots. 78 between what would be considered the Main Street area, which is from 124 towards Mellow Mushroom, where it turns left to go into Grayson. There's a quick trip there. Between those two areas is one of the worst parts for speeding because it goes right past the church, right past the high school. And when the high school goes to lunch or school's out, all these kids are crossing the road, going over to the Kmart area, going over to the Burger King area, and there's people flying through there. And you're trying to chase down somebody text messaging. Are you kidding me?
And they may not even be text messaging.
And they may not even be text messaging.
Yeah, that is crazy. And then,
So, it's just stupid people.
yes. I was trying to find Father Gabriel got arrested for DUI.
Yes, he got arrested for running 107 or 109,
Yes.
DUI, and had pot in the car.
Yeah.
Now, that's somebody you should have checked to see if he was texting.
Oh my. Yeah.
Just saying.
Mm-mm-mm.
It just blows my mind is every time, it's almost like a fad. Every time something new comes about, they overuse it. So you got your body cams. You know what that means? You should be focusing on when you walk up to the car, hey, is he reaching for a gun?
Yeah.
Did he set his joint down? Did he have his beer between his legs, or is it now between his seat? That's the kind of stuff you should be worried about pulling people over for. Not sitting on the side of the road trying to make sure you can video somebody texting. That is just them. That's just them overemphasizing on something because they know they can make the revenue off the tickets. But you got your officers so busy looking for that as they're staring at the everyday average Joe minding his own business, going to work, making a living, supporting the United States, being the blue collar worker, you're paying so much attention to that. The 3 kilos in the crappy van just drove by with 14 Mexicans in it, and you didn't bother to look at that car. You didn't bother to see if there was a tag on it. You didn't bother to see if it had a valid tag, or if it had a sticker on it, or if the black smoke was pouring out of the exhaust pipe where you could have got them for the toxic air crap. I mean, come on. Yes, y'all are hearing me on a soapbox this morning. You are wasting so much. Let me tell you, there was 15 minutes of my life wasted on that news report when they could have been talking about the good stuff that these body cams were doing.
Yeah.
Instead of text message.
I mean, I know it's dangerous for people to be texting and driving, but what about the person?
How about this though? Let's look at it this way. And we go right back to what you're saying, but I want to make this statement before you leave it. Okay. 90% of the people that are text messaging and driving are not trying to hurt anyone.
No, they're not.
But what about the DUIs?
Mm-hmm. What about the woman putting her makeup on?
Yeah. Well, how about I went down the interstate and I was watching a woman steer with her knees and reading a book.
Yeah,
Where's your body cam on that one? Yeah. Oh, how about all the pictures that we have of police officers texting while driving?
Yes,
we've got plenty of pictures of that.
I have seen that.
I'm not trying to pick on the cops. I'm picking on City of Snellville for being stupid.
Yeah, and
and if that means I got to drive around Snellville from now on, so be it. But I dare you to pull me over because I'm going to make you earn yours.
Yeah.
Because my video will be running just like yours. The second you pull me over, my video will be running, and I'll be damned you're going to touch my phone. And how about this? Everybody needs to understand this too. And I will research this a little more, but the NAACP has an app that you can start recording police officers the second you get pulled over. And if for any reason the phone gets turned off or the video gets stopped, the video gets sent directly to the NAACP. So it's not just on your phone anymore. It automatically goes to the NAACP because some of these bad people have broken phones. Like we watched a video a couple weeks back of a 17-year-old boy in the backseat of a car, and a girl was driving, and they said some weird popo said they smelled some pot, and they're like, no, there's no pot in the car. So they left the video running, and they now get the boy out after several minutes of him saying, why are you doing this? We've done nothing wrong. They slam him to the ground, this, that, and other. Then one police officer reaches in and looks directly into the phone and turns off the video. Now, see, if they'd have had that app, they'd have went straight to the NAACP, which it very well may have done that, because we sat there and watched it go across Facebook. Now, again, I'm not trying to slam the cops. I mean, I'm buddies with the cops. And let me tell you, Rockdale, I will give props to our sheriff, because we've not had any of these problems.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, quote me on this one, the chief of Snellville's an idiot.
Yeah.
He can call me if he'd like to, but he's an idiot. You should never be pushing your guys to the point that they're all sitting at red lights watching for somebody texting. When you got somebody running a red light, apparently your cop's not watching for that. Somebody crossing the crosswalk or not crossing in the crosswalk, nobody's watching that. How about your kids in the seat belts? Is anybody watching for that? How about the turning up the Budweiser? Is anybody watching that? But no, let's shoot it all across the TVs in Georgia about how you are busting people for text messaging. Loser.
Yeah, and Sunday we were going to the fish fry, as a matter of fact, and there was a car that came by us and had 3 kids sitting in the back seat, no seatbelts on, none, and 2 of them looked like they were small enough they should have been in car seats, because you could barely see their head over the door, and it was ridiculous. And they had a tag applied for on the back.
Somebody sent, or when I made the comment about passing the joint from van to van, and what are you behind me in my van?
Oh, telling on yourself, huh?
That's a joke, though.
Oh yeah, I know.
So yes, those sort of things are the stupid things.
Yes, it is. Sorry,
Now, how about the idiots? We'll just make the first half of the show about idiots. How about the idiots stomping on the flags? So this morning I decided I'm going to make a little bit of a movement. I go put my vest on, my leather vest. I ride in, has a black and silver American flag over my heart, over my left side of my vest. And underneath it has a patch that says, I used to care, but now I'll take a pill for that. But underneath that is my big round patch you can get from Horizons Motorsports. You can get all those patches there. They have a great little selection of the ones that really mean something, not like I'm riding with stupid, no dumb ones like that. But
yeah.
But anyways, it's the ones supporting the Second Amendment. But I decided to post that picture, and it says, try this one. You want to stomp on a flag? Try stomping on this one. I think the idiots need to realize that the United States is the one that's giving you the right for that freedom of speech and that right to have that freedom of thought, because some other countries don't give you the right to freedom of speech, and they dang sure don't give you a right to believe how you want to believe. If I remember correctly, some people got on this wooden boat and came here to be able to have their freedom of thought, their freedom of speech, their freedom of religion. Of course, back then it wasn't considered freedom of speech as much as freedom of religion. They wanted to believe what they wanted to believe.
Yeah, and practice what they wanted to practice.
These people that are stomping on this flag have no earthly idea what the hell's going on. And what I've also noticed is a high percentage, if I even try to say 75 to 90%, are young people that have no idea what none of them even have a clue what the real world is. They're still milking off of mommy's boobie going to school that daddy's paying for.
And too young to, well, you and I are too young to know about what Martin Luther King did, because we weren't there, because that was the 60s.
Right.
But we are old enough to where, it was taught to us. We watched it on programs and all that, but these kids have no idea what he did.
Well, the problem is we don't have a Martin Luther King anymore.
No, we don't. And
pay attention to how I word this. We have no positive speaking role model. Martin Luther King wasn't about no Black Panther crap.
No.
Now, the world that we live in, it seems like the only crap that makes it on the news is the cars getting burned, the windshields getting smashed out, and the riots. That's what makes it to the news.
On the flag.
Now all the stomping on the flag makes it to the news. Nobody else is making a big deal out of it. You are live. What you got, sir?
Oh, I can't use profanity today, then, can I?
Yes, try to keep it to a small margin of errors.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is my PG rated advertisement for him. I'm headed to the lake. I'm going to go see how them fish are biting. I'm going to take some kids fishing.
I want to go fishing.
Yeah, he just texted me some information I was going to share. But actually, this is pretty cool. I need to teach you how to use that memo so you can send me updates in the morning.
If it ain't got a fishing line and push button clickers on it, I'd probably be able to figure it out.
So, hey, you just sent me a text message. Kind of tell everybody that's listening what you were saying in that text message.
All right, May and June are pretty good months to go catfishing or brim fishing, really. I mean, brim is where it's at if you want to get a kid involved in it. And when I say kid, I mean ages, anywhere from 2 or 3 years old up to 16. 16-year-olds, they got a car and they really don't care about the outdoors a lot of times. But the younger kids is the ones I like taking. And I texted you a couple pictures of some kids I took last week. And I'm telling you, man, you get some kids on a bed of brim, and all they want to talk about is fishing. And it's the little boy I took last week, he was 2, and he was on a boat for 8 hours. And his mom said he had never been that cooperative for an 8-hour period.
Wow.
He was just loving it. And when you take kids, I don't necessarily have to go for the big fish that I like to catch. I just want to see the kids have fun. So I'll find a brim bed or something, and I'll sit over there and we'll catch 200 or 300 brim. And if you're catching that many fish, the kids stay occupied.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just a good way to get the kids outside away from a video game.
Oh yeah, that's a true fact right there.
Yeah, that is that.
And I like kids. I love them actually. And if I can be a positive role model to a kid, that's what I want to do.
Heck yeah.
Well, that right there is exactly right. So I'm gonna take what you sent me and put it up in a post so that we can share it on the Just for Fun page as well as on our personal.
Yep. And I don't know if the text message come through. I sent you a couple. One of them said it was still sending, but I don't know which one it was. But about the rate, I'll take up to 4 people on Oconee, Jackson, or Sinclair just for the month of June. But you got to mention Just for Fun when you call and book it. It's got to be at least one kid under the age of 16 on the boat, and I'll do 6 hours for $200.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Good Lord.
And that's me supplying everything. I supply all the fishing tackle, all the bait, all the gas in the boat, everything. All you do is get on the boat with your snacks, your fishing license, and let's go fishing. All
right, man. Cool. Well, that's awesome. That's a good deal for everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully I got you a good fishing report this afternoon. I'm headed to the lake now to see where the big fish are.
Cool. Well, let me know. Post some pictures and we'll see what we can do. We need to start sharing your page better too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sounds good, buddy.
All right, man. We'll see you later on.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Yeah, that is Andy Cagle. And I'll get all the rest of his information. But yeah, he's got some cute little pictures of like a dad with his little son. And in this picture, it's actually Andy with the little boy. But I'm using that as a for instance. So it's kind of cool that, you can come out with your kids and experience fishing the first time and take them to a honey hole. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because Andy knows where all the spots are. So, all right. Well, look, we're right here at that 8 o'clock hour. We're going to shoot off. We, again, we try to do our little creativeness between 7:30 and 8, just to kind of get the juices flowing, get the morning going, give everybody a little hot topic to talk about at work, even though you probably don't want to talk about what we talked about at work because it's probably just going to piss somebody off.
Yeah, most likely it will.
So, but again, we started talking about maybe starting to do 7 instead of 7:30 as far as a start time, because we were noticing people, on their way to work, and we noticed that some people to be at work by 8.
Yeah,
they'll leave their house at 7 to be at work by 8. So by 7:45 they turn the app off, they go into work. Same thing, 6:30 for the people that got to be at work at 7:30. Like we used to be 7 to 3. And then sometimes 7:30 to 4, depending on where we were working. So, All right, everybody, we'll shoot off the commercial. We'll be right back. It's just for fun in the morning. Don't believe anything that you hear from us because it might not be the truth.
But it's on the internet. It's got to be true.
And I'm a European model. Would you like to go see me, Pete?
Hey, I done seen.
We'll be
Never
right back,
mind.
everybody.
I haven't heard from Karina in a while.
Man, I'm sure that sounded lovely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it is against the law to do that, to stomp on the flag. You can be in prison for up to 1 year. So why isn't anybody doing anything about that? Shall be fined or imprisoned for not more than 1 year or both. Dun, 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 dun.
And we're back at the top of the hour. It's really not that much of a top. Depends on when the last time Steph and then went to the scrap yard with the tin cans.
Boom, boom.
Y'all don't call it scrap yard anymore. You call it what? Recycle?
No, we still call it the scrapyard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if redneck terminology has like advanced over the years, you know, kind of like everybody started calling it the recycle instead of scrap. So I didn't know if y'all came to the 2015 era as far as scrapping tin cans.
No, and
And how do you so do you just see? I just came back from the beach where they just had mounds of seashells, right? At some of these places where you could go pick out a couple of seashells for $1 or something. So they just had a pile, like if a dump truck dumped a load of sand. So is that how your tin cans look?
Well,
or aluminum cans rather. Let's not say tin.
Cans. When you pull in, they tell you.
No, I'm talking about at your house. What are those like at your house?
They're in bags.
So you waste plastic while trying to recycle aluminum.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to ask that question. I've just been waiting to ask. So in order to recycle one thing,
but we recycle the bags though.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you got a pile of plastic bags in your yard too?
No, it's not in the yard. It's in the shed thing.
I put you on the spot.
Yeah, because I can't think of what it's called. We used to have them.
This is our plastic lean-to, and this is our aluminum can lean-to. Forgive the smell. They all smell like beer.
Oh yeah, nasty beer.
That is
that's been in
too
the
funny.
sun.
Way too funny.
But yeah, we used to put it in a 5-gallon drum, or not a 5-gallon, a 50-gallon drum. But because of the rain, I guess collecting in the bottom of it, it caused the bottom to rust out. So we had to take that to the scrapyard. We had the scrapper in our can opener, or can holder.
Why didn't somebody like drill holes in the bottom of it?
Oh, he did, but it didn't. It didn't work.
Never mind. I'm asking too many intelligent questions on a very stupid subject. My bad. Didn't mean to go there. I didn't mean to try to be all educated about such a weird topic. So what you got going this morning? You got anything?
What do you mean? Any news stories?
Sure, Steph. Let's go with that.
Okay.
We started talking about something, and I said save it for the show. Oh, we were talking about your underwear. Let's talk about your underwear.
Do we have to?
Let's talk about your underwear. That's what we were talking about.
Well, you need to start by what I walked into this morning.
Okay, so here's what I learned. I learned on these cotton shorts that I wear, and sometimes I don't wear underwear under them. I've learned that the i6 Plus is a heavy foam. Because if you don't have a drawstring, because the string's been yanked out, it's a little hard to try to walk down here double-handing things like coffee in one hand and a mug of water in the other. And each step down the step, the i6 Plus bounces and your shorts start falling down. So I said, look, Steph, and I pulled my shirt up. I said, this is why you don't put your i6 in your pocket. So I started explaining to her about yesterday. The dog had an accident in the house.
We're getting that the video's muted.
Jesus, no. Why did we just now hear that the video's muted?
I don't know, Jacob. Why are you just now telling us that? Yeah, because he said, are y'all on break still? The video is muted.
Did it just start muting? Has it been muted the whole time? Well, that means he can't hear me enough to even explain it. Good Lord. Where's the guru, man? The guru's supposed to be keeping up with all this.
Oh, he said it just started. So I guess it just muted itself. That's weird.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus Louises. All right, I'm going to kick video for just a second. Leave it to all.
Gets here.
Yeah.
But at least it'll get it out of the way.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
we need to be like, all right, guru, whenever you see something wrong, don't ask us why something's wrong. Tell us something's wrong. Hey, why is it muted? We don't know. If we knew it was muted, don't you think we'd have fixed it? So anyhow, so yesterday my dogs had an accident while they were crated, and I had to then try to carry out the little pan that's in the bottom of the crate that had on it. Well, as you're walking really fast, your i6 is pulling you. So by the time I got out into the yard, visualize, thank God I had a long shirt on, because I looked like I was sagging and I didn't have white drawers underneath for you to see. Now, there was some white stuff underneath my shorts to see. That would be called the pale moon horizon, because there is no tan on these cheeks. Just saying. So
No.
then that led to Stephanie's conversation. Steph, share with the world, and y'all can tell I'm still getting over laryngitis. Steph, share with the world your underwear episode,
Mishap.
your
My
wardrobe malfunction,
That's
if
what-
you will.
So you know,
And Justin Timberlake was not there to show it.
well, we went to wrestling, as you know, Saturday, and I got up. I told Travis that I had to go to the restroom. He asked me, he said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine."
You
So-
almost said little girls' room.
Yeah.
And there ain't no little girls in wrestling. That'd be
No.
called the big girls' room.
But yes.
Sorry.
So
Do you get the joke?
yes, I
Okay.
get the joke. Well, I have some new underwear because I had started losing weight.
Because
and
it was spring.
My other underwear like swallowed me whole. So I got some new underwear and they were different than what I had been getting. So as I'm walking to the bathroom, I start feeling my new underwear start sliding down my butt. So by the time I get
But you got shorts on.
I have shorts on, yes.
I'm lost.
You're lost at what?
How your drawers slide down your butt under some shorts.
I still haven't figured that out either. So, but by the time I got into the bathroom and into the stall, my underwear was already completely down past my butt. And so, yes, I had to fix
Under
them.
your shorts.
Under my shorts. Yes.
Now, I've got a suggestion. And I'm at least begging to see pictures of this. I need to put some suspenders on your underwear. I just think it would be way too funny. I'm just saying, I just think it'd be way too funny to see some suspenders
On underwear.
hooked underneath your shorts, coming out from behind your shorts.
Man, do you know how big of a wedgie that would give me?
Well, apparently you can't keep them on your ace, and you need some suspenders, Stephanie.
I do have my chong suspenders.
Or you need some drawstrings
Or
on your
cheeks.
drawers.
Well, and that's what Travis kept saying, that I should have got some with elastic, and they do have elastic on them.
Chick, you
They
should
just-
you and my mother's the queen of elastic, and you should be too. Elastic is your friends. Elastic is not just for tube socks. It's for egg-shaped bodies. Elastic. You need some elastic in your life.
And
We're gonna start saying that to people. They're gonna be like, "What? You need some elastic in your life," and people are going, "What the hell is wrong with this guy?" And it's gonna be like, "Well, Humpty Dumpty, your pants. That's what I'm talking about."
apparently, it wasn't our fault. It was Jacob's fault that he lost sound on the video.
Some kind of guru you are.
His cat unplugged his stuff.
Oh my God, Jacob. You better be glad it's Monday over on your part of the world.
That was pretty funny. Not. But yes,
You need some elastic in your life.
I don't any other day
Any other day, you're just not wearing any, right?
well no, they work fine. They don't fall. I don't know
You
why.
you got a belt on your underwear or something?
No. I
So
don't
what-
know why that
What
I don't
cha-
know why
what
it fell.
changed the situation?
I honestly don't know. I was just like
The look
what
on your
the
face
heck?
is amazing because
yeah.
you look like you just saw a UFO. You have no explanation for this.
No, I don't know why they were falling down, but it was funny and it made for a good
Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good laugh. Because when I got back to
I bet your husband was going, I ain't never seen her drawers come off that easy, except for that one time. Damn
one
it.
time at band camp.
Yeah.
So
Well, now, how about them trees? Raven sent that a little while ago. We were on a topic and he sent a picture of trees. He says, on to a better subject.
that must have been when you were on your soapbox.
No, it was afterwards. Keep going.
So
Swirl.
Kylie and Kendall Jenner,
Jenners.
They are trademarking their name.
The gender twins. Since Dad's changing the gender. Sorry, that just came out of my mouth that fast. Gender twins. Go ahead.
But yes, they are.
Hey, now they can go shopping with their moms. Remember the TV show My Two Dads?
They're gonna have my two moms.
Now they have My Two Biatches.
Mm. But yeah,
They'll be able to go to, Phipps Plaza with one mom and Bass Pro with the other. Ba-doom, boom.
So they'd go to Bass Pro Shop with Chris.
I'm just saying. I don't know that she would shop there, even though she does like large bait. Just saying. By the video that they're threatening to release. Just saying. Go ahead, Steph.
So
what about the gender twins?
Last month, they both filed to trademark their first name to entertainment in the nature of providing information by means of a global computer network in the fields of entertainment, fashion, and pop culture.
And is there like a definition of that?
No, that's just what it says.
I had an idiot tell me that I needed it. It was more of a nasty comment that I needed to trademark my name because he could use my name at any time. Blah, blah. I'm like, it's my name.
Yeah.
It's not a made up name. It's my name.
Yeah. So I guess people, if they get their names trademarked, I guess people can't name their kids Kylie and Kendall.
No, that's a crack of crap. I mean, just come on. People,
it's a first.
People need to get past all this. You think you're this when you're really just a losing drunk ace-hole. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I got a Golden Gate Bridge. I'll tell you, it's over in the desert. It looks at the ocean.
I got some oceanfront property.
So what else you got? Because them two Riri's are just crazy. But that's what happens when they get famous and they get bored and they have no better things to do, apparently.
But how are you
go to the soup kitchen and help feed somebody?
Yeah, and how are you gonna trademark your first name?
I don't know. How about Madonna? Has she ever done it?
I don't think so.
All these people should just take Madonna's lead.
Yeah, because you've got.
Because if it's already been done, been there, done that, Madonna's probably the person.
Oh yeah, Madonna. She's like a entrepreneur of crazy stuff because she did it first before anybody else ever thought about it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that she did Charles Barkley first. She might have been 120. Not too sure about Rodman. Golly, he's.
She was with Rodman too.
Yeah. There's a weird thing in my mind. I wonder who has slept with more women, Bill Clinton or Dennis Rodman.
Huh. Yeah, that's
it. Just makes you wonder.
Probably.
Or Magic Johnson.
Who was that?
Or Gene Simmons.
Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Isn't he the one that was supposed to have bed over thousands of women?
Mm-hmm. Gene Simmons too. I wonder who's had more sex with different women. Dennis Rodman, Ron Jeremy, or Bill Clinton.
But how did Gene Simmons sleep with all these women when he's been with Shannon Tweed since, what, the 70s?
Duh, he cheated on her. What the heck?
And I guess she's
you are definitely redneck if you can't even put that number together.
Well, I mean, I knew he had to cheat.
Little Richard types Gene Simmons, but I don't know in reference to what. So that means type again.
I don't know. Little Richard.
Okay, I need to know how many. I want to know this then. Who has slept with more men? Jenna Jameson, Pam Anderson, Boy George, or Paul Stanley?
With more men? Paul Stanley?
Just a question. Pee Wee Herman or George Michaels?
Boy George or Elton John? Boy,
our ratings are going to go really down on this conversation.
Yep.
What else you got?
So Britney
Wait,
Spears.
my opinion, he has slept with the most. Little Richard says Gene Simmons.
I guess.
Anybody else want to call in or type in your opinion before we move on? Because, and I'm eating the Tums, and I apologize. I got heartburn. But it's about 30 seconds
is
of
that
delay.
sorry, I was trying to figure out what that was. I think that's Daily Awake.
Most likely,
yeah,
but
I
keep
hear it
going
now.
because nobody else can hear it.
So Britney Spears is being sued over her song "Piece of Me." It's saying the moans were stolen. I don't know that I know the song, but I guess apparently it has sounds of a woman seductively moaning and oh yeah.
What porn did they steal it from?
It's some guy, his name is Kirk Rothram.
So they stole a moan from a guy.
Yes, because he's the
Again,
owner.
are we talking about Pee Wee Herman?
He's the owner of Bangin' Beats, and I guess he makes these noise uses.
Who did he steal it from?
It doesn't say.
It's kind of like this girl named, well, I ain't gonna name her. She knows who she is. So I post a Georgia Boys video one time.
Mm-hmm.
She stands there and starts biatching on my post about how the redneck hip hop have stole these beats and these lyrics and the music from so and so rapper. And as she's doing all this complaining, I then remind her who the rapper stole it from.
Yeah.
And then she backed off her high horse and went, "Oh, you're right. Duh."
Well, that's like that song. It's by Fall Out Boy. I can't think of the name of it, but it's got the Susan Vega song in it. Centuries.
Regardless.
Yeah. Which I mean, they took it from there.
But it's just so
That's-
funny. Some of if people go back to "Oops, I Did It Again," there's a couple of songs, and I can't remember now, but it was either "Oops, I Did It Again" or the very next one after that Britney did. That if you listen to it and stop listening to the words, just start listening to the music. Block out in your own mind, block out the words, and pay very close attention to the music, and you'll hear some Rolling Stones guitar. You'll hear some Zeppelin and you'll hear some Queen. I just can't remember what song it is. And it could be that there's two songs because I remember I was going down Annistown Road the very first time that I was talking on the phone, got off the phone, turned the radio up, and it was just like, holy cow. I didn't realize this was in that song.
I didn't either.
But a lot of these lyrics, I mean, you know, are made up lyrics over other people's music. I mean, how much music do you think you can make out there?
And Vanilla Ice, he can fight it, or he can say it all day long that he didn't sample.
No, man, God, where's your brain?
He did.
This shows how much you know about Vanilla Ice. You are still hung up on the fact that he's saying he didn't sample it. Is that what you're fixing to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Then apparently you never heard any of the other stuff after that. So where have you been for the last 20 years?
I don't know.
Because he point blank went through one long interview when he finally came clean on everything and said, I did what I was told to do. The same people that invented New Edition, because Jackson 5 was gone. So this guy decides we need to bring 5 little black kids to sing, and he made New Edition. Well, the same thing. He says, I need a white boy that can rap. And he invented Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice in his little book says he went to school with Luke Skywalker, which is the dude that pretty much invented Two Live Crew.
Yeah.
Well, Luke's saying, I never went to school with this boy. We didn't go to nothing in Miami together. Blah, 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 blah. Eventually, when Vanilla comes clean on everything, he says, I did just what I was told to do. And y'all all can hate me all you want, but I'm laughing all the way to the bank because I've made more money doing this right here, doing exactly what I was told to do, that I'll never have to work another day in my life. So
until he does the do-it-yourself show.
Yeah, but that's just still keeping Vanilla Ice as a brand out there. He's not trying to make money off of that. He's still selling Vanilla Ice.
Oh yeah, because he just came a couple of
It's
years
just
ago.
another brand. It's
Yeah.
just he just keeps the name out there. That's like Just for Fun and DJ Scotty is a brand now. You know, I can't
Yes.
believe you were still thinking about Vanilla Ice after that many years. He just did what he was told to do. Now,
Well, I
how
like
about
Vanilla
Happy?
Ice.
Pharrell,
Pharrell.
doing the song with what's his name, and now Marvin Gaye's
Blurred
people
Lines.
are suing.
Yes.
So now the question is, some people are saying, did they make enough money off that song to pay for the lawsuit?
That's a good, because it was $1 million lawsuit, wasn't it?
It was several million. But
Yeah.
here's the catch. If the dude wouldn't have done the song, he wouldn't be famous right now. So is it worth giving away some of the money to now be famous? Because if it wasn't for that song, people still wouldn't know who Robin Thicke is.
That's true. Because
So in theory, if I win $100 million,
mhm.
I now can go hang out with the rich people and everybody will know who I am. Even if I have to give 50 million of it away, am I better off than where I was? Most certainly. I'm still 50 million ahead of the game. See my point?
Yeah.
So for people to say, oh my God, he gave away all his money, he's still better off than where he was, because
oh, yeah.
all he was Alan Thicke's son.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who he was.
No,
Now
and
now he's at least famous. Even if he gave away half the money, he's still famous.
And he
And
actually,
Pharrell, who cares about him? That dude's still going to be making money.
oh yeah,
People don't even know before he started, his face started being seen.
he was behind the
He was
scenes.
behind the scenes as a
Yeah.
producer, and the boy was already mega wealthy
Mhm.
before he ever started singing. He started doing appearances on songs with people, and that's when you started seeing his face. Now he's
Mhm.
solo doing it. You know what I mean? Now he's making all the money.
And Robin Thicke, he had a couple of albums that had came out before Blurred Lines came out. They didn't really go anywhere because, yeah, like you said, nobody knew who he was.
Yep.
Your grandbaby's having a fit up there.
That's right. So how about this? Will Smith samples several songs. Of course.
Oh yeah.
They all do it.
Yeah.
All of them do it. I mean, come on. I'm going to have to censor how I say this, but it's Two Lie Crew. Welcome to the Boop Shop.
Mhm.
Da-da-da-da-da. And you hear what? Van Halen. You hear
Mhm.
friggin' Eddie Van Halen wailing on a guitar at the beginning of a Two Lie Crew song. And that was in
Yeah.
1986. But they already knew back then that they were going to have to sample music in order to do what they wanted to do, because back then the technology for the drum machines were nowhere near what they are now. The digital stuff to be able to produce these songs were nowhere near what it was back then.
Little Richard.
Sampling was just how it had to be.
Little Richard just sent me. Most folks don't know who Alan Thicke is, which that could be true, but he was the father in Growing Pains.
And again, Robin Thicke would have never been nothing even if he did sample the music. Okay. So who cares? Right now, it's not about who sampled it, because all the people that knew that song and liked Thicke's song don't even know who Marvin Gaye is anymore. I mean, us adults do. But all the kids and stuff that were listening to that song don't even care who Marvin Gaye is. They don't know who that is.
Because that same age group that listened to that song is the same one that heard the Paul McCartney and Kanye West song and said that Kanye West was going to make Sir Paul's career.
Right.
So yes. Of
Next
course
thing
they
you
don't
know,
who
next
Marvin
thing you
Gaye
know,
is.
Liberace's ex-lover is going to want to sue all the rappers for wearing the bling, because
Yeah.
that was what Liberace did.
That's true. That's true.
So next we'll be seeing that stupidity.
That's about how people sue these days. They sue over just anything. Like the art, what we were talking about before we went on air. 2 years ago at the Billboard Music Awards, there was a act, Miguel, and he went to do a stage dive. And as he did the stage
I wouldn't
dive,
even call it a dive because dive insinuates he goes head first.
well, yeah, he did
tried
a
to
jump.
He tried to leap from one stage over the audience heads and arms onto another stage. So there was like he was on the stage and then there was a catwalk or something and it walked out. So if you envision the letter V, he was on one side of the V, jumping to another side of the V, and he thought he was going to jump over the audience.
Yes, and he ended up landing on an audience member.
Well, he ends up where like his feet and his butt hit the stage on like the edge of the stage, and apparently he hit somebody in the head.
Yes. But
that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago, and she is now suing him for that. That happened 2 years ago.
He had his sweaty crack touch me on my head, and it has messed up my nose forever. You know, if you can, they will. If they can, they will, rather.
Oh, yeah. And I don't even know who Miguel is. I don't think I've ever
here's the way
heard.
lawsuits work. You have 2 years to do it. So literally, if you don't file something in the court system before the 2 years is up, then there's nothing you can do. So she may have already been going to the doctor and building all her, if you want to call it like a resume, she's trying to build all this up to show where she has, you know,
all these injuries,
neck damage and whiplash and a broken fingernail because your Lee press-on nail fell off and that kind of stuff. And then her lawyer said, look, if we don't hurry up and file it before the 2 year period, because I dealt with a car wreck, you know, and the bad thing is I didn't get crap. I have permanent nerve damage due to back surgery, and I still didn't get crap. And it blows my mind that some of us that are just minding our own business and get stuck in a car wreck, we get shotted on. And then people like this who drink hot coffee from McDonald's will walk away from $1 million, and I just don't get it.
Yeah, well, not only is she suing the artist Miguel, she's also suing the MGM Grand Hotel where the event was held, and she's suing for negligence and is seeking damages to cover her medical bills, lost wages, and pain and sufferings.
Oh my God!
So she's got 2 lawsuits going. So
it just blows my mind when you look back to all the little things that happen. I mean, come on. Look at all the little things that's happening. I should be able to sue for mental distress to what's done to me for hanging out with all this redneck. I am mentally anguished. Is that even possible? I am mentally stressed. The mental abuse that is put onto my body for hanging out with a person such as Steph.
You like it and you know it.
Really?
Yes.
You don't hear me yelling, "Thank you, sir, can I have another?"
No, but you do call and say, "Hey, what are y'all doing?"
Because I need to find out.
Date?
I need to find out before I sucker you into doing something else.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. But, you know, talking about frivolous lawsuits or lawsuits that people are doing, back when Ashley was a kid or a baby, we could have owned a piece of Eckerd's because they messed up big time and gave her the wrong medication. But, you know, all we asked them to do was to pay for her hospital stay. You know,
And
they did. Oh, you best believe they jumped all over that. They told us not to worry about it, that they would cover her hospital stay overnight because they knew we had a lawsuit.
And why didn't you?
Because she wasn't hurt. I mean, yes, it could have been.
But if it had been a spilled cup of coffee in your lap, you would have. I'm just saying that's the American way. All right, let's shoot off the commercial. It just blows my mind, the world that we live in nowadays. It is what it is. And with that being said, I'm going to play some Happy. And
Blurred Lines.
And I might even play, you know, Blurred Lines because I can. I just think it's funny. I'm actually going to play the version of Blurred Lines mixed with Marvin Gaye. Everybody, will be right back. It's Just for Fun Radio. And Oz is on the way, everybody. Hang tight.
Yes. I thought you had one. Don't you have one where it has Marvin Gaye and Prince in it? Is that it?
Lord, what am I to do with her? What am I going to do with her, Jacob? I need the guru here to crack that one in the head and get her back to reality.
Mm. So then why isn't Prince suing him?
Because this is not his version.
But
Yeah.
it sounds a lot like
There's nobody. A DJ somewhere did this mix. This ain't like made for radio. I mean, it is on the radio, but it wasn't made for radio.
Did you find out anything about tomorrow yet? The wall?
Oh yeah, they're meeting at 9 and leaving at 10, so I won't even make it. I'm gonna talk about it.
And they're going down there to the to where it's going to be set up tomorrow. So are we going to ride out there after the show?
What?
We're going to ride out there after the show and see it, or wait till Thursday?
Probably wait till Thursday because I got to watch the baby.
Kids.
I wonder if anybody's going to sue over that. They're clapping.
I just see Blondie up there clapping.
Who?
At the Claremont.
I've not seen anything like that, so maybe I'm safe.
Trust me, you're safe. Because all I could see was her. Oh, I can't do it because the camera's on.
Happy, 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 happy. Well, my day just got swapped around. We got a meeting at Fat Boys at 11:30.
What's going on at Fat Boys?
Right, customer appreciation.
When is that?
I don't know. They decided late last night. It's like, how do you decide late last night you're having a meeting at 11:30 and think anybody can be there?
That's a good question.
This ugly thing on my leg. I need to go get some more ink eraser done on my leg with Dr. Ink Eraser. I wonder if it can erase people too. I got some people in my life I need them to erase. Hey, Doc, I got this. What? What?
It's not gonna do anything.
Well, why are you trying to hand it to me?
It's a new pen. It's not gonna.
Then you hold it and you do that.
You do it first.
You hold it and you do that. Does everybody watch this? All right, we're going back live. You need to be watching video, everybody, because Steph's trying to hand me a pen that shocks you. So you do it, Steph.
It doesn't shock you.
Well, then you do it.
You do it first.
She wants me to hold the top of this pen and hit it with my thumb. You do it, Steph, because you're too rejectable. You showed me the way you handed this pen to me.
You just broke it.
How did I break it?
I thought you.
No, I was spinning the tip. The tip needed to be tight. The tip was coming off.
Oh.
Here, you do it.
What? There's nothing wrong with it.
Then why are you getting me to do it? Hit the thumb. No, push the top down. No. Then why you want me to do it?
Ow!
See, you reject. I'm not stupid. I watched you the way you handed it to me. For anybody that's watching video, she's handing it to me like hold it from the very end of it, not the metal part. She's holding the plastic part, trying to hand it to me like it was a hot marshmallow on the end of a stick that was on fire.
I was trying to get you. Hey, I was trying to touch you with it.
You're so crazy. You're way too predictable sometimes.
Now, how do you make the pin go back in?
Twist the top, the tip.
No, it's stuck.
I don't know because all I did was screw the top back on because the top was messed up. Push the bottom because that's apparently what you push to push the tip out.
No, it'll shock me again. It won't go back in.
All right, well then twist the black and the silver part. Don't break it. God, you are so redneck, Steph. You
well,
could
here,
break.
You
could break Legos. Good
you can
Lord.
touch the metal piece, and it won't. It only shocks you if you have your hand on the metal and then do the top. And it's brand new, so it's got a good charge. I got that at Spencer's when I went out to the mall Thursday. Travis knows how to. I guess I got to take it home and have him fix it.
Good Lord, y'all. Stephanie's the only one I know that can break marbles.
Oh yeah, I actually can break marbles.
The fact that you were like, oh yeah, okay, so let's hear it because I'm sure there's a story there.
Yeah, we were playing marbles and I got one of the big marbles, you know, the big ones that you are supposed to hit the other marbles with. And I did that and I ended up shattering one of the marbles.
Have you ever broke a ball bearing? Because I could see you being that person too.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
but
what
I
to
did-
do, what to do, what to do with Stephanie the redneck. Is your cousin Angie listening? Because
Yes.
she would know.
Yes, she actually is listening.
Good Lord.
Because she sent me a message when Jacob said that he couldn't hear video. She said that she could hear the video just fine.
So listen, I was just sitting here listening to Happy. And you know they're, and if you're happy, I own that clap. I should sue. I got the clap when I was 16. I'm now the owner of it. Steph just starts laughing.
Wow. Well, at least that's a better visual than what I get when I hear that song.
Yes. Why don't you say it? Because we were on video break or radio break, but yet on video. And she's making some crack, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well, you know, for my 40th birthday, I went to the Claremont.
No, say it the way you said it.
All I see is Blondie up there going.
And what I'm thinking is I'm thinking Blondie. You know, the tide is high. I'm moving on. Rapture, you know. That's what I'm thinking. She says, all I see is Blondie up there clapping. And I'm thinking, I didn't see Blondie in the video. Like, the tide is high and I'm moving on. I didn't see that. But no, that's not where you went with this.
No, because I told you I will never be able to hear that song the same again. Because all I see when I hear that song is this 60-something-year-old woman with no teeth in the front, a fake blonde wig on, half falling off her head, and up there on a stage clapping. And while she's clapping with her hands, her breastises are clapping together.
Wow.
So that's, yes.
And you went there for entertainment value.
Yeah.
You know, you could have just went down to the old folks' home and volunteered to give a couple people some baths if that's what you wanted. At least then you would have got your weird kink on and been helping somebody.
Yes, that place was definitely weird.
Yeah, and
I
everybody
mean,
keeps saying you're missing out. Well,
maybe
I'm okay with that.
yeah, maybe if you go with a bigger group than what we went
I don't
with,
know. Every
don't
time I
know.
think about it, I find something better to do that day.
Yeah, I wish I would have too. We stayed
I'm
there.
kind of over the strip club stuff anyways. When I was younger, I got a kick out of it, but I truthfully, the last time I went was like 07 or something. And I guess because I was growing up a little bit, but in my mind, I was watching money get tossed away. And yeah, you can say you're supporting the single mothers, but Scotty needs to support himself. I needed to pay my bills. I wasn't worried about paying their bills. I had bills of my own to pay.
Yeah, and Blondie is like, I guess, a single great grandma or
A
something.
single great grandma.
Yeah,
I just I agree that everybody needs to work, and I got that, but I just don't do the that environment anymore. I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea.
I made Travis laugh when we first walked in. You know, everybody.
You make Travis laugh every
me.
time you do anything.
Well, you know, we're walking in the door. I was the first one because I guess send the birthday girl in.
Stephanie walks in. All of a sudden, you hear the record, and you hear, "We're here to welcome you to Munchkin Land, to Munchkin Land, to Munchkin Land." Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
No, I mean the first thing, because the door is right there. The bar has the stage on it, and so the door you walk in and there's
what
the
do they
stage.
got? Like a special handicap ramp with the rail so they can't fall down?
Well, It's
How
so,
do they
the
get
ceiling,
the girls from the floor to the thing? Do they put them on like the magic cables that they make Peter Pan fly in the movies with?
That part I don't know because I really didn't pay attention to how they were getting up there. But the ceiling is so low.
Now
that
lifting grandma to the stage. Use caution while walking near the stage.
Yeah, and they could actually reach up and touch the ceiling. That's how tall the stage
I
is.
think I'd like to see pictures of the Claremont, but I don't know that
Well,
I don't know that I want to go to the Claremont.
Well, you can't take pictures there, but
I know I know I can't take pictures there, but
no one can. It says
yes, but there's got to be pictures of it somewhere.
somewhere. I'm sure probably somewhere, but and I know what made Travis laugh at me is when we first walked in the door, there was a woman on the stage, and I turned and looked back at him, and I said, I didn't realize they were going to be naked.
Who didn't?
Me. I didn't know they were going to be fully.
It's called the Claremont Lounge, and everybody talks about it. How do you not?
Well, I thought they would at least have bottoms on.
Ooh.
Okay.
I didn't need that image of the
what,
senior citizens.
what did I just?
We were making the crack
what did I
about.
just wait a minute.
There's Blondie.
What did I just walk into here?
We were.
It's Town Topic Tuesday, and I heard you talking about paying bills and the importance of paying bills, and I've got a whole list. So if y'all in the bill paying position this morning, I've got a few envelopes out in the car.
We were making the joke that I just don't do the club stuff like that anymore. It's just not my cup of tea. Oh man, I just cleared it out. But she was saying something. It all started. See what had happened was
What had happened?
we were making the crack about a song and the clapping. She brought up being at the old folks stripper club thing.
Oh my goodness, clapping
So-
and cracking and club
Yeah.
and strippers. Those words just kind of flow together for some reason, but I'm not sure.
It doesn't belong in Rockdale.
I don't think.
Mm-mm.
I don't know whether I need to get in on this conversation.
You really
or
don't.
not, getting
Well, what we're saying is,
clapping and cracking.
I guess now at my age, I look back to when I went to them before. I'm like, that's just a waste of money. Like, I know the singles moms doing that need the money, but I need to pay my bills too. So,
You're not knocking anything or knocking
no.
anybody.
If you do what you got to do, man.
If you want what you want to watch on Channel 6, you watch
That's-
Channel 6. If
that's
you
right.
don't, you go to Channel 12.
That's right.
If you don't, you go to Channel 72.
That's right. Whatever
channel-
floats your boat.
Okay. all
That's
right,
it.
okay.
Whatever floats your boat.
You've got the remote control, baby.
That's right. You are in control.
Yeah.
So what's up with you, Mr. Oz? How'd the fish fry go, man? I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
God, big shout out to Just for Fun Radio. Stephen and the crew held it down. They held it down in big time fashion. I mean, they came out with all their bright, beautiful neon
Yes,
Just
they
for
are.
Fun
those
t-shirts
people.
on. I mean,
Yeah.
the fish was fabulous.
Yes, it was. It was
Oh.
very good.
And I didn't know that Sellers was involved. I'm actually
Oh, my-
friends with them.
Well, let
So
me
I
just
saw the picture of you and Joe Sellers. I'm laughing like, I
big-
didn't even know they were going to be there.
a huge shout out to Joe Sellers and the folks from Sellers Automotive, Sellers Bell Bonding. Those folks, they don't just know cars and bell bonding. They know how to fry fish.
Oh, yeah,
That's
they
right.
do. And
Three-
hush puppies.
And hush puppies, fries, hot
Mhm.
popcorn for the kids. We had 375 people we fed.
Wow.
Had a great time. Over 400 people were there, all over Rockdale County. We had some
Mhm.
Newton County
Right.
people there as well. Again, a big thank you to Just for Fun Radio for getting the word out. What I really, Stephanie, you chime in. I mean, you probably already talked about it a little bit, but let me just say this. What I'm beginning to see, DJ Scotty, from all of these events that we continue to do here in the community, people are excited about coming together. And
Mhm.
more people are just coming together, meeting other people. It turned in one lady, Miss Butler, she's 70-something years old. She told me on Facebook, she said the other day, she said, Oz, it was like a big old friend reunion.
Yeah.
Not a family reunion, but
Yes.
a friend reunion. And I said, you know what? That's a good way. That's a great way to put a description on what we had. I mean,
Mhm.
people were meeting and greeting each other. They had a chance to talk straight to the sheriff, talk
Yes.
straight with the commissioner, and people were very open and candid and very honest. A lot of folks were saying, listen, thank you for the work you're doing. But more importantly, as they thanked me and the sheriff for what we're doing in the community, they really appreciated it seeing us in a let your hair down kind of mode.
Yeah.
The sheriff didn't have on a badge.
No.
He didn't have on a holster or a gun. It was him and his family, me and my family, all of our friends, and everybody was eating fish and having a great time.
Yes, they were.
So, there's a lot of excitement in the air. Did you notice when I made the announcement about the midnight barbecue that's coming up? When I mentioned that we're going to have I'm going to be teaming up, watch this, DJ Scotty, with the Rockdale County coroner.
Oh, no.
Pastor
Now,
George.
I want a
George.
tour of the coroner's office if we can schedule. You know what? We need
That's quite easy.
we
That's
need to
quite
talk about
easy.
that. I was supposed to have gone
The
on a
most
tour.
tangible, touchable guy, the most friendly guy you ever want to meet is the coroner, Pastor George Levitt, who's the operator of Levitt Funeral Homes as well. He's our Rockdale County coroner. Really great guy, a dynamic pastor. He and I will be teaming up to do a midnight barbecue. You say, what is that? I'm glad you asked. Well, the event won't start until midnight.
Where's this going to be?
That's all. It's all being worked out right now. We don't have a date, but it's coming up. But when I just mentioned it to the crowd, it was like everybody in unison said, "Whoa!"
We'll
Yeah.
be sleeping on the bus.
Yeah. Well, I'm
So-
wondering what we're going to be eating. If it's going to be.
Well, come on. Barbecue.
Well, when I said the coroner and I was putting
That-
together, that's what she was kind of, a
Yeah.
lot of folks, oh boy.
Hams.
So you and the coroner going to be cooking up something at midnight.
We're going to be eating some Atlanta butts. Not Boston butts. Atlanta butts.
Well, as long as they are
Rockdale thighs.
as long as they're not no Rockdale butts or Kanye butts.
That's right.
But listen, what a great
Wow.
time we had at the
Yes.
Fish Fry on Sunday. A fabulous weekend because even the Taste of Conyers was on Saturday. Tons of people were out. We were out there. This is one of those beautiful times of the year, springtime coming up into the fall to the summer of the year, where people are just out and about and so many activities and events coming up. We've got dads and grads coming up in the month of June. We got Mother's Day don't forget your mom. We got Mother's Day this month. I mean, it's a lot of things. Happy 5th of May today.
That's right.
Happy
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo. We're going to be over at Los Charros this afternoon, starting at 6:30.
The one on 138?
We're going to be, there's two of them. We're going to be the one on 130,
Okay.
not the one on Highway 20,
Right.
although they're all one big family.
Yes.
We're going to be posted up, as I like to say. We're going to be posted up at Los Charros this evening at about 6:30. Is Cinco de Mayo. If you don't have a sombrero, you can come and borrow mine so that you can take your selfie with the sombrero on. I'll have the only place, I say this every year, Scott and Stephanie, the only place in town you can get a collard green taco.
That would be interesting.
Can you kind of see that? Can't you kind of
Listen, I didn't used to like collard greens. I'm on a kick for collard greens over the last couple
come
years.
out and have a collard green taco this evening at Cinco de
a
Mayo.
little salt, pepper.
A little salt and pepper and a little vinegar.
That's right. I'm ready.
But it's a lot of great things going on. We're going to be taking about 50 cute little girls picking strawberries. I will definitely have that date for you. By the way, if you're interested, let me slow down and say this for all your listeners out there. If you're interested, if your child has never had the opportunity to actually go out and pick strawberries to a real
Have you already picked
strawberry
up
farm.
Strawberry Farm?
Yeah, we're going out to Southern Belle.
Which one's that one?
That's the one out off Turner Road there in McDonough.
Okay.
I'm
I'm trying to remember all the names. you know?
Carter has closed up. Carter
Okay.
on Fairview, they've closed up. They're going out of business. So we're going to Southern Belle, a wonderful place, and we're going to take. This is a girls' event only with Commissioner Nesbitt, and we're taking the cutest little girls from around Rockdale, Conyers area.
How you getting there?
Well, we're going to ask the parents. We got to get the parents to buy into this thing, and we want them to actually go with us and their girls and their kids out to this event so we can pick strawberry, take pictures, and have a great time.
Get me a date
Mhm.
and see if I can provide a bus.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
Sounds-
Just in case.
Okay.
I mean, we might be able to provide a bus if,
Well,
if we can get the date. If it's on a free date that I'm available,
Okay. All right.
that
Well,
could just be cool.
that sounds good. I'll have a date for you by the end of this week for
Okay.
sure, because we're running out of time. Don't forget also on Sunday. Now, of course, you're going to be there Sunday, May 17th.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
At the Street Ball.
Can't wait for
Oh
that.
my goodness, this is going to be stupid off the chain. 2 DJs. DJ Scott is going to be, I want to say in the house, but on the yard.
That's right.
He's going to be on the yard, baby. And DJ Easy is going to be in also. I tell you, we got Nabo's Barbecue is going to provide the food out there. We're going to have Nabo's Barbecue. We're going to be cooking it up. The grill's going to be smoking. The courts are going to be smoking. And let me just tell you, I hand delivered the letter and the invitation to Mr. Dominique Wilkins.
Oh, really?
That's right. Basketball great Hall of Famer from the Atlanta Hawks. He's now part of the Atlanta Hawks management, as we all know. I hand delivered to his home a letter requesting and asking and begging and pleading that he would make an appearance on the 17th of May over at our street ball. It would be a phenomenal opportunity to have someone of his magnitude who lives right here in our
I was going to
backyard.
say, he's
He lives
around
in
all the
Rock-
Harley
he-
stuff.
He lives in Rockdale County, but for these kids to see him at a street basketball,
Right.
Yeah.
that would be.
That'd be intense. That'd be
man,
good.
that-
That'd be
that's-
so good.
Yeah.
So we're keeping our fingers crossed. We know that he's a very busy man. He's part of the Hawks management team now. So he travels with the ball club. He does a lot of other things going on. So if his schedule allows, we've asked that he please, sir, if he could just make a quick cameo appearance. We certainly do appreciate
That'd
it.
be awesome.
There's going to be a lot of excitement on.
I could just see a cool picture of the rectangle length, left to right length of basket to basket, and all the participants and him being in the dead middle holding the basketball and that camera shot.
Absolutely.
That would just make a great picture.
Well, it's
Sorry, I always think as we're talking, I'm already thinking, okay, what do you do to make it bigger? What to make it pop? And that's me. I've always done all the promotional stuff and planned all these big events, and it's all about the pop value. If you can't make it pop and trigger that emotional feeling, then you're not doing what you need to be doing.
Well, a lot of excitement with this event. We're really trying to touch the lives of the young people that's out in the community. We're going to their turf. We're going to the basketball court of all. I mean, this is where they hang out. And we've done a wonderful job with resurfacing the courts out at Pine Law Park. So many wonderful things going on, folks, this month, the month of May. And I'm continuing to encourage folks, if you haven't sent me a Facebook request or friend request on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram, I'm encouraging you to please, ma'am, please, sir, do that. We really appreciate you tuning in each and every Tuesday, the Town Topic Tuesday. I've been running like a chicken with his head off this morning, and I came in a little late and a little shy, but nevertheless, we're moving. We got a big day today in county government. I'm on my way to the office this morning. It's politics. And then we're going to play this evening over at Cinco de Mayo. Absolutely.
And look, just before we get off the topic of Wilkins, Image Power Sports just typed in a message to me. I put LEDs on Wilkins' wife's bike. Super nice guy.
Oh,
So-
yeah. And they're absolutely right. They are nice, down-to-earth people. The thing about when you meet celebrities, a lot of time we sort of kind of expected them to be snooty, snotty, that kind of thing. But I got to give it to this guy. He is DJ Scotty. You're gonna love it. He's just a regular round-the-way guy. I mean, he's an everyday guy. I mean, yes, we know who he is.
Right.
He knows who he is himself.
Course, yeah.
But at the same time, I run into this guy at the grocery store.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So he's not being chauffeured
That's
around. He's he's at the. I've seen him at Walmart.
Well, you won't know this guy, but Stephanie's gonna get a kick out of this. So Fajita Mike,
Yeah.
we hung out with Fajita Mike for
I
a
saw
few
the
minutes,
pictures.
and he is super just off the hook as far as anybody from that TV show. Fajita Mike's cool. I mean, he is just straight up hilarious.
Yeah,
and
Ballard.
Michael Ballard was insane. Talking to Michael Ballard only for the brief few seconds I did. Super great guy, and I told him how proud I was of what he's built from nothing, and that's what I've done. And he was reading my card, and he just was like, "Dude, I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you had a dream and you pursued it, and look where you are." You know, the fact that we're turning 5 years old this year. Come on, for everybody that said we couldn't make it, come on, man. you know, if you don't put your dreams in motion, you're always going to sit there and wish or wonder.
That's right.
You got to put your dreams in motion, man.
Well, and you're absolutely right. And you was pregnant with this dream for a long, long time, and you finally gave birth to it. And now this dream has risen to the age of 5 years old. When is the Just for Fun anniversary date? So when is the big celebration? I mean, what do you do?
11/11.
11/11 is when I turned.
Okay.
What's funny is I didn't know in 2010.
Well, I hope I'm planting a seed with you
Oh,
right
yes.
now. I'm purposely cutting you off to say you ought to be planning a big
I
event
want
for
to.
Just for Fun.
Literally, let me
I
look
need
at
to
the
hear you
calendar.
say
I've
that
never
I
looked.
am. I need you to hear. I need to hear you say that I am.
We got so busy we didn't look that ahead of the
pushing-
game.
Do you hear me trying to push DJ Scotty? I'm trying to get him to let's turn 11/11 into
And I
Just
forgot
for
that's
Fun
Veterans Day.
Radio Day.
Yeah, it's Veterans Day too. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I didn't.
What a perfect day.
That's right. Well, what I didn't know was the night that I was trying to. I had been saying for a week to everybody, the radio station be up, and this was Monday. It'll be up. Tuesday, it'll be up. Finally, on a Thursday night, we went live a little bit after 11, and I didn't realize that it was the month of 11. But not only did I not realize it, but it was 11/11/10. So it was 2010. When we turned 1 year old, it was 11/11/11, and it was like, holy cow, 11/11/11/01 for our first year. I'm like, how symbolic is that? That proves something. And to know it's Veterans Day. Come on, man. That's cool.
Well, you got to celebrate. You've made a major accomplishment, and you were pregnant with this dream, this ideal. This is your baby. You wanted to do this. You had this thing. So many times people go through life doing the menial when they can do the mighty. And there's a lot of folks driving and listening. There's a lot of people sitting at computers right now who want to be doing something else, who are passionate about something else. But for a lot of different reasons, they're stuck where they are. They're in a comfort zone. That's a Town Topic Tuesday right there by itself, baby. Being stuck in a comfort zone or being stuck on stupid sometimes.
That's right.
You know, instead of moving and pushing yourself. And some people, let me just get this little bit out while I'm on this thing, because you got me going.
No, go ahead.
Instead of waiting on other people to validate you, to get approval from other people to go ahead and do what you want to do or what's in you or what God has placed in you, you've got to step out on faith and do it yourself. You can't wait on anybody, not your husband, not your wife, not your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your friends. You can't wait on other people to validate you. If it's in you to do it and you know it's part of your ministry, your calling, it's your thing, it's your passion, I'm going to say to you this morning, like, just for fun, just do it. You got to get out there and do it. If you're tired of being sick and tired, and you're tired of the same old monotonous rat race, the same old routine, the same old repetitions thing, you say, well, how am I going to pay my bills? Let me just tell you this. You have got to step out on faith. You have to be strategic about it. You have to create a plan. But if you don't stop just talking about it and start putting something on paper and doing something, then the other thing, you got to connect yourself. You got to be surrounded by other people who have like minds, people who can assist you. If you have all these dreams, but you're hanging out with folks, you're hanging out with who have no dreams, who have no vision, who have no desires to do anything, no drive, no determination, then guess what, baby? It's just like getting in a 1972 Ford Pinto. The car has no gas and your friends have no money. You ain't going no damn where.
That's exactly right. If you want to do something, you better surround yourself with people that are going to help you push and drive to do what you want to do.
You got to do it. It's so important.
You can't change the world sitting on your couch. And that's what I tell people. If you want to be part of the change, if you want it to change, you got to want to be part of the change. And you also got to be the one to go outside your door, AKA comfort zone. And you got to make an effort.
And your comfort zone is a false place of security. It's a place of broken promises. It's a place of denial. It's just a bad place to be in. A comfort zone. You're doing it because you're familiar with it. It feels good to you. It's easy. And I want to say to you, beware of easy.
Yeah, well, nothing good is easy.
Beware of easy.
That's right.
Yes.
No pain, no gain.
That's right.
Listen, guys, this is Commissioner Nesbitt. Thank you so much, DJ Scotty Stephanie, for allowing me to come in again this morning. Town Topic Tuesday. I'm on my way out of here. Hope to see many of you all this evening. We're going to have a fabulous
And what time? 5:30?
I'm going to be posted up about 6:30 this evening over at the 138 location of Los Charros. Everybody knows Ruben Bravo. Ruben is the man around town, and we're going to be doing. Listen, there's going to be Cinco de Mayo festivities all over the community. You
Yes.
pick the location of
That's
your
right.
choice. I'm just letting you know that I'm going to be there. But I want to say this: be safe, be responsible,
Mhm.
no drinking and driving. Get you a DD or designated driver. Make sure that you don't give Rockdale County Sheriff's Office any of your money, because I want them to do their job. I want them to make sure, you know, when we say all this stuff, we have to say it the right way. I need and want the sheriff department to keep drunk drivers off the road.
Right.
Right.
I don't want them hitting your family, my family, or hurting. Usually, when the drunk driver runs into somebody, that person just gets a scratch or something real
Yeah.
light, and the other person is really getting seriously
Yeah.
injured or something like
Yeah.
that, if it's not a fatality. So I'm saying, be responsible, drink responsible, get your designated driver, make sure you do that, and let's have a great time and celebrate Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May, baby. Absolutely. Didn't tell you, but yesterday was the late, great Godfather Soul James Brown official birthday.
I didn't even pay
That's
attention to that.
Yeah.
We were, it was
Yeah.
Star Wars
Y'all
Day.
really-
Yeah, it was Star Wars
it was-
Day.
it
So
was- May is loaded with a whole lot of stuff. My wife told me to give her a shout out this morning. Her birthday is coming up this weekend. She got
Well,
birthday
happy
and Mother's
birthday,
Day.
Miss
Yeah,
Nesbitt.
yeah, she's the first lady of Rockdale County.
Yes. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna give some props while you bring up James Brown. Everybody wants to talk about hip hop and rap,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody talks about the guy who created it. And I'm like, James Brown. And people want to argue, and I'm like, you go back and watch some of that black and white
Mm-hmm.
film.
Mhm.
I wouldn't even call it video. Go
Mhm.
back and watch some black and white video or some film rather of James Brown dancing and singing The Big Payback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's hip hop.
Mhm. I
He is
feel
the
good.
creator
Mhm.
of
Papa got a
hip-hop.
brand new bag.
that's what I'm talking about.
Sex
He
machine.
started it.
Popcorn.
That's right. Then I'm telling you, James Brown, man, people got to give him and Ray Charles too, man. You got to give them the
Yeah.
props.
And don't forget right now, who's not doing good at all, the
B.B.
legend
King.
of B.B. King, the
Yeah.
blues man,
Yes.
the king of blues. B.B. King is under hospice care
yes.
right now as we
Yep.
speak. We're
The
praying.
legends, man.
Oh my goodness, we're losing legends because
That's
when
right.
we lose B.B.
Mhm.
King, we lose Lucille as well.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, keep his family in prayer and all the good folks over there in Memphis, Tennessee, surrounding the King of Blues. You get a chance to play something for James Brown.
Oh, yeah.
We're celebrating the late great Godfather's birthday the whole month of May. I'm getting ready to get out of here, but listen, thank you so much. We'll see you this evening. Happy Cinco de Mayo, and thank you for tuning in to Just for Fun Radio. This is Commissioner Oz Nesbitt saying thank you for Town Topic Tuesday.
That's right. All right, everybody, here comes James Brown with Led Zeppelin. We'll be right back.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
All right, folks. Y'all coming out this evening?
Yeah, I'm gonna see
Okay.
brother. We
Man,
got
you like
so
you
much.
had, you like
going
you had
on.
a blast, man.
we
I was trying to follow you every little step. I
My
told Steph,
wife,
man,
boy,
y'all
she
had
was
a
loaded.
good. That's great, man. Y'all had a good time.
Oh yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
It's
Yes,
great.
sir.
It's a great week. I say week. It felt like a week. It was a few days, but boy, it felt like more than that.
You talk about stepping out on faith. I'm officially away from the dealership now. I'm full-time campaigning. The only thing I haven't done is made an official announcement.
Okay, so listen, if that's the case, Saturday,
I know we're. Definitely see you later, dear.
supposed to come out of motorcycle, escort the wall into
Here.
the memorial
Mhm.
place.
Oh, okay.
So they're wanting the motorcycles, all the people to meet at Harley and escort it in. So that would be a good time for you just to be there, shake hands with me.
Gotcha. All right, super. I gotta go, Petty.
Yeah, I'll send
Yeah,
you some text messages.
send me all of that, and let's keep together. Hope that's
Oh, I said, is he gonna go to the wall thing tomorrow? What's coming on right there?
Get on up.
I don't think you can just touch it without having. What are you doing?
It doesn't work.
You're not touching the metal part.
Show me.
No, you do it.
It don't work. Show me.
That thing right there was, I forget how much it was, $6.
Get on up. I can sex machine. Get on up. Let me tell you, I love some James Brown. Big Payback. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome song.
Big payback.
But the Ray Charles now, what I say is probably one of my
Oh.
favorite songs ever by Ray
Yeah.
Charles. I played him and Willie Nelson the other day. The
Georgia on my mind.
Nope.
No.
No. Good Lord, woman. Did you not see my Facebook? You better pay some attention.
I don't know. I used to get
I'll send it. I'll
notifications.
send it to you.
I used to get notifications that you posted something, but something's going on with all my notifications because I had to put this app
You
on
need to,
here.
you need to go and call me a close friend. Click on close friend so it will follow me better.
Oh,
All right, we're back. So listen here. West Avenue, Dairy Queen on what in Conyers at the Dairy
Conyers?
Queen, located off of West Avenue. So it's right there at the intersection of I-20 and West Avenue at Dairy Queen. Thursday between 5 and 8 p.m. It benefits Georgia chapter of Concerned Police Survivors. So it's called COPS, C-O-P-S, COPS. Concerns of Police Survivors. What it is it's a thing that the train wreck, Jen and I also help. What it is if Travis was a police officer and was to be hurt, this would help take care of his family until
mhm.
the 30 to 60 some odd days go through and all the benefits and stuff start taking care of the family again. This helps the family during that grace period so that they're not just left high and dry. And then we also do a Christmas party for these survivors every year, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But if you would like to come out between 5 and 8, you'll see the bus. There's a big cul-de-sac in front of the Dairy Queen. There'll be tons of police cars with the lights on and the bus will be there. Last year, people actually believed that my bus was in a drug bust.
Yeah,
Drug
that was
bust.
funny.
The bus was in a drug bust. Like literally, I come home and my stepkid's like, "Ooh, where have you been?" And she never cares where I'm at. She never asks me anything like, "Where have you been?" I said, "Dairy Queen." "Oh my God, everybody's texting me about how my dad's bus is pulled over and they're searching it." And I went, "No, I was at Dairy Queen.
Yeah, because there was a whole.
I was
bunch of
getting my
officers.
Sunday on."
And that's Thursday.
Thursday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
I know where Ashley and I will be eating dinner.
So that's where we is. That's where we will be.
Yes. And always seems to have a good turnout. And if I'm not mistaken, that is Brian Mahaffey's birthday.
Yes.
That they have it on.
That's right.
Yes. So, and then of course we have his ride coming up June 6th.
Well, you asking me? You got a calendar? I can't keep up with all this. I have to open
Well,
every time somebody asks me something now, I have to put it in the calendar because I'm lost, dude. Wow. You know, it's just so much going on.
Yes, the ride for Brian Mahaffey is June 6th. So we have that coming up, which that was a good turnout last year. This is the fourth one.
Yes.
I believe the fourth one. Wow. So, we're talking about the flags, the American flags being stomped on and everything. There is a town here, or city here, Cochran, Georgia, that they were flying a Christian flag over the city hall because they're having a Bible reading marathon.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
That's illegal.
They're getting in trouble.
Oh my God, you can't do that.
They're having
separation of church and state.
Yes, they're having to remove the flag.
Yeah, they can't do that. No
Yes.
government building can fly one religion flag.
Yes. So
Go on with your story.
well, that's
that was
it.
the extent of what you had.
Yeah, nobody here in Georgia. They were talking about no one here in Georgia has complained about it, but it's been people.
Because it's Georgia.
Yeah, it's been people from other states that have complained and said that they were going to sue them if they didn't take it down.
I don't know that you can if you're not a resident of said state.
Yeah, I didn't either, but they're supposed to be taking it down Friday because the Washington-based Americans United for Separation of Church and State is the one that sent letters to the city and county officials saying flying the flag violated the First Amendment.
The problem is if you don't live here, how can you say that? If you lived in said town, you might could do that.
Yeah, because the city officials, it says the Cochran city officials voted against the advice of the city attorney to fly a Christian flag over City Hall. So the citizens wanted it.
Right. And the only people that's going to be able to sue would be the citizens of
That county or
that city.
Yeah. So
Because anybody else, how are you gonna? Some stupid lawyer will take it in front of some stupid judge, and they'll do that, just like suing over coffee. And then people that really need lawsuits don't get crap because the courts are all tied up with all the stupid stuff. There should be a panel of like 6 people that every time you want a lawsuit, you got to present it to these 6 people.
kind of like a grand jury.
Because then they could go denied.
Yeah.
So you're suing because there was not enough glaze on your donut. Denied.
I could see somebody doing that.
Well, what was it? What was it? That some lady a couple of months back was pissed at McDonald's because they didn't put ketchup on her burger, and they said it was because she was black.
Yes. There was also one that was going to sue because they didn't give him
Napkins.
the
Remember that
ample
one?
amount of napkins, which if you look, there's napkin dispensers. You get your own napkins.
Duh.
And so I don't see how
That's the world
how
we
that
live
could-
in. That's the world we live in.
yeah, frivolous lawsuits.
And what happened to a
telling you.
good old fashioned think about it? Common sense. What happened to that? Are you
It went
trying
out
to
the
figure it out?
window.
Steph's
It
like,
went out the window.
common sense. What was that? Sense. I got a couple nickels in my pocket.
I got a quarter.
So that's the stupid things like that that just blow my mind. Come on, use your brain. Be smarter than what is it, Yogi? The smarter than an average bear.
Yes. It's just crazy.
So you got anything else? I got to adjust that camera here in just a second.
Do you know I'm trying to get it to pull up, the Sunshine Skyway Bridge in Florida? Are you familiar
No.
with that? But there was a man that was changing his tire. He stumbles and he falls over the bridge, and it's 30 feet off of the bridge into the water.
Okay.
Oh, he's fine. He said when he hit the water, it was like the hand of God had a glove on and caught him. So he said he hit the water, came up, and the first thing he saw was the pylon, so he swam towards it. But can you imagine falling over a bridge into the water, trying to change your tire and you fall into the water.
I thought you were fixing to read something like the dude got arrested for jumping over the side of the bridge, and that's
Oh, no.
not what he did. That's what I was waiting on. I was
No.
waiting on you to say, so apparently he got arrested for diving off a bridge.
No, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what he did.
he accidentally fell. But he fell. Well, it says fell some 30 feet off an approach to the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, and if I'm not mistaken, that's like a very tall bridge. And
I don't know.
To stumble backwards. That's pretty funny, but he's fine.
Thank God he's okay.
Yeah, because I know they say that if you fall or if you jump off of a bridge, you know, because a lot of people commit suicide doing that, that it's like hitting concrete.
Well, that's what, pardon me. That's what they try to say if you hit that flat water and there's no wave or anything like that, that
Mhm.
it's just as bad as hitting concrete.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And
Now, I can't swear to that because I don't jump off anything high like that.
oh, me neither.
It's like people I know that go bungee jumping. I'm like, you're going to trust a rubber band with your life?
Heck,
Not me.
No.
I'm not testing that. Now, I will jump, rappelling, because at least to me, I feel like I have the rope in my hands and I will survive. At least I want to believe that. I can't swear to it.
I'm not Spider-Man, so yeah, no. I'm not, but I'm terrified of heights, so I wouldn't do anything like that anyways.
Sorry, I was answering stuff on.
I know, I got my phone
Messages.
going. I got my phone going crazy, and
So we're at 9:26. We are really considering doing the 7 to 10, just because we're noticing that we're catching more people in that earlier hour that are trying to go to work, and they want to hear the show at an earlier time rather.
mhm.
And I'm thinking cutting off a half hour early probably isn't going to hurt too many feelings as much as the starting earlier would probably help. Plus, it
Yeah.
sounds better. 7 to 10 instead
Yeah,
of
7
7:30 to 10:30.
Yeah,
That means I got to
But
go redo
that's-
all the stuff that says all the little banners. It's just a thing. It's no big deal. It's just funny. Steph,
yes, it is funny.
what are you doing? You're sidetracked that I see.
Yeah, Little Richard sent me something. Something about
You got
the new
sidetracked
N.
by Little Richard.
Is the T word the new N word? We touched on this yesterday.
T
for
word.
a little bit. Yeah, thug. That they're now saying that thug is racist
Oh,
and needs to be eliminated in
No.
stories about thuggery.
No. If you're a thug, tough crap. Thug can insinuate anything. White, black,
Yeah,
Puerto Rican.
it's just crazy.
That is
But-
stupid. You're going to try to say thug's the new N word. The only people that are saying it, the only people that are offended are the thugs, you idiots.
Yes,
Try
exactly.
having a job. Try not looting. Try not rioting and stealing stuff, and you won't be called a thug. Try not selling dope. You might not be called a thug.
Yeah, because all of
Jeff Foxworthy's going to have to write a book. You might be a thug if.
I was trying to see if I could find a definition of thug to see what it says, because I'm sure it doesn't say it doesn't specify a color.
Yeah, because I know some white thugs that get on my nerves.
Yes,
Steph is a
Okay.
weeble wobble.
I'm a weeble wobble.
Yeah.
Why am I a weeble?
They weeble,
wobble?
they wobble, but they don't climb trees. That's from Little Richard. I don't know. I don't know what little sick, twisted flirting y'all have been doing back and forth. You know how you short people are.
Thug, a common criminal who treats others violently and roughly, often for hire.
So where does that say be offended for being a looter?
Yeah, that doesn't.
Idiotos. Anyways. So what else we
Yes.
got? How about
Um,
some TMZ stuff? We got any TMZ type stuff?
Well, I had some TMZ stuff earlier. Let me pull it back up real quick.
I'm going there now.
Okay. And today, what do we have going on after the show as this is pulling up?
Apparently, I got a meeting at Fat Boys Golf Carts.
No, Jacob, that is not the picture of the same bridge. Unless you're talking about that's the bridge that you used to jump off. Sorry. So am I going with you?
No. BB King, it says, family claims rock star's friends can't say goodbye. So they're saying that he is isolated and celebrating friends, including, and it gives a whole list of people. But I was scrolling trying to find something really fast. I didn't know if I didn't do this last night. I was so happy just to be chilling last night.
Oh, I bet you were.
Oh yeah, like I'm still yawning. I've not made up for all my sleep. I've tried to make up for it. It just don't happen. I even took a nap yesterday afternoon and still went to bed at an early hour.
Last night, I guess it was about 10:30 that I went to sleep because Travis he didn't call me till like 10 o'clock. Oh, here's a story that I had pulled up. Woman seeking man she kissed at marathon hears from his wife.
What?
Woman seeking man she kissed at marathon hears from his wife.
Okay. So she hears, meaning she got a call from. Okay.
Well, she got a letter.
Something along the lines.
Yes.
Go ahead.
A Tennessee woman searching for the stranger she kissed while running the Boston Marathon this year says she finally heard back from the mystery man's wife. Barbara Tate says her daughter had dared her to kiss a random, good-looking man as she ran through the town of Wesley, where the women of Wesley College traditionally offer kisses to runners. After the April 20th race, her daughter took to social media to try to find the man who clearly left an impression on her mom. Tate says the Wesley Townsman, a Boston area news outlet, passed on a letter addressed to her Sunday after the campaign generated nationwide attention. When the story aired on the news, we were pretty surprised, the mystery man's wife wrote in a portion of the letter. For me, I'm not mad. Believe me, our friends have gotten a lot of mileage out of this story, and I have thoroughly enjoyed watching them give my husband grief. While this may not be the ending that you had hoped for, that spontaneous, silly moment of Wesley captured the fun, energy, and spirit of the Boston Marathon. I greatly admire your spunk and courage and wish you many happy races in the future. Congratulations on your Boston finish. So she wasn't mad, but it's kind of funny. This woman runs up to a random stranger and kisses him.
That is odd, but is there a reason that she did it?
Her daughter dared her to.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
That's all it was.
Yeah, it was a dare from her daughter, and it doesn't say how old the daughter is, but then the daughter.
So that's all it was, and there's a big deal made out of it.
Yeah, she picked a married man, but she says that if
she knew, like there was nothing that indicated that's what was going on.
I mean, because I would assume that if his wife would have been there, she probably wouldn't have done it.
Well,
so
we would assume that.
Yes.
We can't swear by it. I was trying to save this, and we'll talk about this.
Yeah, because you never know about some women. Not saying that she's that way, but
Right.
From working in the bars that some women, they just don't care.
Well, that happens more times than you can even imagine, because I've had women, yes, I won't go into too much, but I've had some women say, I'm single tonight. Yeah, that don't mean you're single. That just means your husband's not here.
Yeah.
And that's just how some people are. And they don't care either, They just choose to. But these are also the same people that end up getting in trouble and getting divorces and all that sort of stuff.
This is true. That's why I told Travis that he better not party too much. Where they go and eat, he's with Freddie. It's a Mexican restaurant that's right across the street.
Cinco de Mayo's tonight.
Yeah, and that's
Do you know what kind of trouble they're going to get into?
That's what I told, because Freddie I love him to death, but sometimes he can get wild and crazy when he's been drinking. And yeah.
Now, how about they're saying Bruce Jenner is fixing to be sued for wrongful death in that car crash?
Yes, I saw that over the weekend. And it's not even close family members that are suing him.
And how crazy is that?
It's an estranged brother and sister that the woman had not spoken with in a long time, years.
And again, it just goes to show
People will sue.
people will sue over anything, and then some of the serious things that need to go to court never do.
Mm-mm.
And that blows my mind how that happens. How about this? I said this last night. Why is Prince William bald?
I don't know, because he's
Elton John can get hair.
yeah,
Son, get you some hair.
yeah, because he's what, in his 30s?
No, I understand that he's lost his hair. My saying is, why are you still bald? You can buy you some hair.
Yeah, I mean, I think his dad has more hair than he does.
It doesn't make sense to me. Just go. Elton John went and got him some. Sir Elton or Miss Elton, whichever one he wants to go by, can get some hair. Why in the halo didn't you go get some hair yet? I don't understand that. Go get you some hair. It's not like it's at a shopping mall that you can't make it to.
I mean, come on, the guy, the father from that Kate plus 8, you know, the show that I'm talking about?
Yes.
He went and got hair plugs.
Well, she went and got a boob job.
Did she really?
Yeah. If she can get a boob job, he can get hair.
Well, they're not even together anymore.
Well, I know that.
Yeah, so John and Kate plus 8, I think was the name of it. But yeah, that's
Now
he
it's-
went and got
Now it's John's girlfriend. So it's +9.
which
Sorry.
wasn't she the babysitter?
I have no idea. Why would you? Never mind. I don't want to get all too judgmental, but why would you do that? You're on a TV show, you're making money, and you're going to boink the babysitter?
I think she was the babysitter. The
Arnold
nanny.
Schwarzenegger. Why boink the babysitter?
And she was not pretty.
No.
She was not pretty at all. I mean, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. We know you could have got better.
Man, he already had the best he was ever going to get.
Yes.
Why mess it up? That's the thing that
And
doesn't
she
make
was a
sense to people.
She's a Kennedy.
Right. You already have it set. You already got this great life, and you're going to screw it up for that.
Mm-hmm.
For that, really?
Yeah.
At some point in your life, the doctor should have said no Viagra for you, and then maybe you wouldn't have done it.
It was all them steroids he took.
That's why he had Viagra now.
Yeah, but they also rotted his brain.
Well, I'm just saying. It'd been like, no Viagra for you. Let the wife keep the Viagra. If the wife would have been in control of the Viagra, then he wouldn't have gotten any trouble. I mean, if alcoholics can't be trusted with vodka, then Schwarzenegger couldn't be trusted with a blue pill. The wife needs keys to the medicine cabinet and say, dude, none for you. No Viagra for you. Steph, you got nothing, huh?
I almost got you something when I went to Spencer's
What?
last Friday.
What?
It's a ring, and on the top of it, it says "break in case of emergency,"
And
and it's a Viagra pill. It's supposed
is
to
it
be
real?
I don't know if it's real or not, but
Man,
it
that
looks like
puppy-
a Viagra.
That puppy been broke before I got out of Spencer's. Steph has no comment. She's just giggling.
Yeah, because some of the stuff that they have is pretty wild. Because I was walking around there and looking, and yeah, they sure enough they sell lingerie at Spencer's.
Yeah, remember we had that conversation that
but
Spencer's gone a little over the top.
I thought you could only get the lingerie online. I didn't know they had it in the actual
Oh, it's-
store.
Dude, they sell toys in the store.
I didn't see
I don't
the
mean
toys.
fake poop. They got personal
I know.
massaging devices.
I know.
Did you go to one at Stonecrest?
Yes.
Go in, go to the far wall to the left.
Yeah, where the lingerie is.
Yep. Quit looking at the lingerie and turn 180 degrees and see what's behind you.
I was looking at the lights that's next to the lingerie.
Yeah,
the
well,
fluorescent
apparently you were
lights.
blinded by the light.
Yes, because I think those are cool. The ones that you put your fingers on, and they're like a globe, and you put your fingers on them, and the electricity goes to your hand, and you can move it all around the ball. I don't know what that's called, but that's what I like. And the lava lamp.
That's what you like?
Yes, I like those little toys.
Ooh, that's what I like. Let's go to a commercial. We're
Okay.
coming up to our 20 minutes anyways. Everybody hang tight. We'll be right back. Due to her saying she liked the lights, I'm going to play this song. We'll be right back.
Blinded by the light.
Dude from Milli Vanilli's fixing to make an album.
Yeah.
With one real Milli Vanilli singer.
Yeah, because the other one's dead. Yeah, I brought that up last week.
Richard. She didn't know. Steph was blinded by the light, ran through like a double 80 battery. Never mind.
Okay, so students.
I was painting a mental image that only the dirty-minded fools in this world would even get. That means little Richard. I was talking to you. Maybe Joe Leaper, too. There you go.
No. Students at the 5 high schools in the Carroll County school system will be subject to random drug testing starting next school year. It was done as more of a deterrent, said Assistant Superintendent Terry Jones of the unanimous Board of Education decision. The board has been studying this issue since last September. It will include students in grades 9 through 12, or roughly around 4,000 students. It's mostly going to be athletes and people that are participating in after school extracurricular non-athletic programs and who drive and park on campus. So it says about 80 students a month will be tested on campus, picked by random ID number selection.
Dang.
So what's your thoughts?
I don't really have any. That's kind of just like out of all the important things in the world, that's one to be concerned with.
Well, I mean, I guess if it's a big problem in their area,
I guess so.
But you know, if it's something, if they're not having a lot of drug related issues, then you know, why do it?
Yes.
Why waste taxpayers' money on that?
Yes.
I mean, make it be something that the parents have control over.
That's what I was gonna say. More concerned for the parents than everybody else.
Yeah, instead of the schools, because you know, like, at what point are you?
When are the parents
toes?
going to start doing the parenting and not the school?
And not the school system? Yes, and you know, so what happens if they are drug tested and they come up dirty? You know, because it doesn't say. You know, what's their punishment going to be? Are they just going to be?
And do you look at it as like a DUI?
Yeah.
Are you being tested for being high now, or just being high 2 days ago?
Yeah. Is it just in your system? Yeah.
Is it in your system, or is it because you're high?
Yeah. And are you going to be expelled? Are you going to be suspended from school? You know, that's one thing they need to say. What's the punishment going to be?
That's right.
And so, yeah, I found that
How about this?
A little odd.
That is. How about this stuff that we didn't know? I watch Storage Wars here and there. Everybody says it's fake, but it's just kind of neat. So the A&E hit show Storage Wars could lose one of its biggest stars because the guys who are younger, cheaper, and hungrier. It says sources connected to the Storage Wars veteran Daryl Sheets, who's funny. I like Daryl. Says that they're going to cut his pay in half from $30,000 an episode to $15,000 an episode. Who knew they got paid that much to begin with?
Wow.
And
That's a lot.
they're saying there's more bad news. They're being told that he's only going to appear in 4 of the 26 episodes. So let's just go 26 times $30,000.
That's a lot.
That
of
means
money.
he got paid $780,000 to be on a TV show
where he did nothing but go around and look at
selling stuff.
Yeah.
Look at storage lockers, blah, 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 blah. So he's making
Wow.
$780,000 a year. Holy cow, I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah. So
But of course, as a business, the TV show is gonna cut their cost.
yeah.
I mean, you're making $30,000 an episode, dude. I mean, I love Daryl. I love Daryl on the show. Please don't take me wrong. And God knows if he ever was to be calling me on the show, calling me on this show, I'd talk to him about it. But
Mhm.
I'm starving and hungry myself. I would do it for 15. Hello, I'd do it for 5,000 an episode. I mean, look, 26 episodes. So look, let me get my pen back. You can kiss my butt. I ain't using that pen.
Why? It's already out. You don't have to do anything except for write with
I
it.
don't know how I lost my pen. But
I
so
hit it.
we just said 26 episodes times $30,000
Yes.
is $780,000, right? Which explains how he's got the new truck and doing all the things he's doing. So now, even if we did 15,000 times 26 episodes, that's only $390,000. That's all. That's all it is. So yeah. So let me just say this: if I did it for 5,000 an episode times 26 episode, $130,000 a year, I would do it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
let's go auction. Let's go storage shopping or whatever. I'll do it. 130,000 a year. I'll do it.
Real quick before we get too far gone.
Even if I only brought home 90, I'd still do it.
Yeah, because think about also the endorsements that there could possibly.
Yeah, I'll
be.
wear me a Just for Fun radio shirt every day. I mean, come on. I like Daryl on the show. Don't get me wrong, but damn, $780,000 to be on that reality show that lasts 30 minutes.
Oh, so it's not even one of the hour ones?
No.
Wow.
$780,000, even if he only brought home $500,000 after taxes. $500,000 a year.
That's crazy.
Come on.
And they make reality shows about crazy stuff. Like now there's one out. It's called the Sex Box or something like that.
So if they cut him down to 15,000 an episode and only put him on 4 episodes, that's $60,000.
That's still more.
So if he would cut his price a little bit to stay in the game,
Yeah.
he might be able to do more than 4 episodes. I'm just saying, I hate it for the guy, but damn.
Well, I have from a listener, so they can test our kids for no real reason and waste taxpayers' money, but welfare won't test folks so we can save taxpayer money.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, there's a new reality show coming out, or it's already out actually. It's called the Sex Box, and it's for couples that are having issues. They go on this TV show and they go in this little room. There's no cameras or anything, and they're supposed to go in there and have sex while there's a full audience outside.
That's crazy.
And it's supposed to help with their relationship.
All right, how about this? Just because I was clicking on American auction hunter and reality show personality Dave Hester, which is the guy that's hated the most on the TV show, says that he has estimated net worth at $3 million. His main character on the A&E reality show in 2005 being convicted of a DUI, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, he's a millionaire now. But look at this. Salary, total earning for 26 seasons of Storage Wars, $650,000. So that would be 26 episodes. Bonus signing bonus in 2013, $25,000. Total travel allowances to get back and forth to each one of the storage units, $25,000. Sales, and it says 2012, sales assessed he required a Jack William Smith painting for $750 and sold it for $155,000.
Oh my
So they're
gosh.
just saying some of what they've earned. That just blows my mind that a reality show. Jesus Christ, these people are making some money.
Yeah.
So yes, I don't
definitely-
believe it's right either that they're going to try to test some college kids, but they won't
high
that-
school kids.
high school kids. I believe that if you get an EBT card, you should pass a drug test. Period. I don't give a crap what your excuse is. If you're getting the, I always use the word sucking on mama's boobie because that means you're not grown up and not left the nest. But if the Statue of Liberty is feeding you, then you should pass a drug test.
Oh yeah, I agree. And then, I posted that once on my Facebook, and then I had people.
There's no person in Georgia that could test positive for marijuana and get an EBT card.
Yeah, but I had someone say, "Well, what about the kids that are relying on that EBT card?"
Mom and
For
daddy should have
food.
thought about that.
Well, I know someone right now that gets over $1,000 in EBT and turns around and sells the EBT card
Yes.
so that they can get money for drugs.
yes.
So why is that fair?
Well, and
You know,
the girl,
it's
the girl that I used to know that had a restaurant, I remember people trying to come into the restaurant who were the everyday people that came to eat in the restaurant,
Mhm.
that would try to sell their EBT card. And it's like, really, you're going to try to sell your EBT card? Just do your thing, man. You know that's illegal. Get out of here.
Mhm. I know. I had a friend of mine that told me, because it was when I had posted that there was a convenience store in Monticello. She didn't tell me the name of it, but if you were on EBT, you could go in there and you could buy cigarettes and alcohol with your EBT card. They would do something. where
Well, all they
would-
have to do is ring it up a certain way.
Yes,
so
ring it up.
so it shows groceries.
Yep. Instead.
I mean, hello, I was assistant manager for BP. I used to even know that. You could ring up anything as grocery, and you're still collecting the cash. Now, as far as the computer system of the BP, it would screw up your cigarette sale as far as your count. It would screw
Yeah.
up your cigarette sales, or it'd screw up your beer sales. But if you're a small mom and pop store and you're not answering to corporate,
yeah, and that's what this was.
you don't have to have your numbers match. As long as your bottom end, your bottom dollar match, that's all you cared about.
And that's
Now, if you get
that's
caught,
crazy.
You're kind of screwed. If
Yeah,
you get
that's
caught.
fraud.
They popped a bunch of massage parlors yesterday.
No.
Sandy Springs had popped a bunch of massage parlor that was promising happy endings.
Oh,
So they busted a few of those yesterday too.
did not know that.
So here you go. Here's that Britney Spears piece of me. Moans were stolen. Lawsuit claims. How do you own a moan?
I don't know. And how do you know that it's your moan?
And if you're a guy, where'd you get the moan?
This is all true.
So
It's just
do
crazy.
you sell if you're an artist, if you're an artist and you go do a recording, do you now just sell your moan and excuse me, as my throat's messed up here. Do you sell your moan and now the artist doesn't have the rights to it, just like the Beatles don't own the rights to their music because somebody else owns it?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Here's from a
Didn't-
listener. I think people should be forced to not only pass a drug test, but also a state mandated physical. If you pass the physical, then you're off welfare. And put an end to the people handing the EBT card down like a damn inheritance.
Oh yeah. When
Pardon
in-
me, y'all.
in '94.
I just want to make sure I read that completely right so that I didn't mess up, because you know me, Mr. Dyslexia.
In '94, when Ashley was first born and I could only work part-time, and Travis had a pressure hose blow up in his hand and was out of work on workers' comp and was only bringing home a little over $100 a week on workers' comp. You know, I went and filed for food stamps to help us with our food and everything. They gave us $77 a month for a family of 4.
Wow.
Yeah, we were supposed to live off that. But then at the end of the year, when we filed our taxes, they took our Georgia state tax to repay all that money, to repay the 3 months that we were on food stamps.
Well, that's crazy.
Yes. And everybody says that there's no way that they did that they've never heard of them doing that. I have the letter that says this is why we are taking your Georgia state. I mean, you know, of course we got some back because we had just had a
That's
child,
right.
but you know, yeah, it's just
All
crazy.
right, look, and if anybody's watching video, I'm rolling to, if you're watching our YouTube, you're going to see where this dude jumps from the stage
Mm-hmm.
and lands on the girl's head. TMZ just showed a picture where you can see where the girl Cindy got landed on. And by looking at this, you can already see where they're pointing out where she is. Look at her head.
Oh yeah, her head bounced off the.
I see right there, her head is under his right leg. So right in the back side of his knee, if you'd call it the knee pit,
that's where her
his
face
butt
is.
landed on the stage, and her nose is on the back side of his knee, which means her shoulder blades were pushed on that square edge of the stage and yanked her neck backwards. I can clearly see the woman has grounds. The bad thing is at the same time, do you sign a waiver stating that if you stand there, anything could happen?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, it doesn't say anything.
But watch, you'll see him land smack. Jesus Christ. Her shoulder, not only was her head smashed, her right
And then look
shoulder
at this.
and arm was yanked all up behind her neck too.
And then there
And
was
where'd she
another
disappear
one.
to?
Yeah, and there was another one. Did you see the other one
Wow.
that was next to
That
her?
just sucks. And I see now, I clearly see exactly why a lawsuit would be happening. And I hate it for the guy, but it is what it is.
But I still, why wait 2 years? But
Well,
I mean,
but like I
guess
said,
it's like you said,
if she may have already been having some medical stuff done, and they basically tell you have 2 years to make sure it's
Statute
put
of
in.
limitations,
Yeah, you
yeah.
have 2 years to put it into the court system. You have to file it within 2 years, or it's too late. Your statute of limitation runs out. So she may just be undergoing some neck surgery or anything. There's no telling. So, all right,
Yeah,
y'all.
it's
Look, we're at
crazy.
10:02. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this puppy up. Like I said, I think we're gonna start doing 7 to 10. I'll have to go redo some of the flyers, but hey, it is what it is. Most of the shows are running 5 to 10, but at the same time, they also have 20 some odd people working in one building to make sure that everything keeps going right. And with us, we're 2 people trying to make sure it keeps going right. So,
and they have people that actually lay out their stories. I
That's right.
usually do at night before I
you
go
just
to
been
bed.
slack. It's okay.
Well, no, I mean, I do before I go to bed, and then while I'm waiting for Ashley's bus to get there, I'll look and see, what's interesting to talk about. And
Well,
I'll,
usually I'll send you stuff on messaging too, but last night I
Yeah.
truthfully, my wife taps me at 9 o'clock. She's like, "Do you want to go to bed?" No, I'm awake. And then she's like, "You just missed the show." Okay, let's go to bed. Now it's 10 o'clock. It's like, okay, let's go to bed.
Yeah, but I mean, well, right now, the only thing that's really in the news is all the police shootings and all. And, we at Just for Fun Radio, we don't want to always dwell on that because we try to tell you the funny, upbeat, inspiring.
Even though we
news.
were being a little bit of a douche nugget about the video cams this morning, I just truthfully believe if you're going to wear these video cams on your bodies, these body cams, then use them use them for the
productively.
yeah, use them for something that's majorly important. I just feel that sitting at red lights trying to bust people for using their text messaging or GPS or whatever, they're not moving. They're at a red light. And
Yeah.
every one of the videos that they showed last night were people sitting at red lights,
Yeah, which
which is
you know,
stupid. I'm not driving at that point.
yeah, but unfortunately, they're saying that that's against the law too.
Right. But if you're sitting there trying to use your camera to zoom all up in my windows, why are you not paying attention to the kilo of cocaine that just drove down the road, or the arms dealer that just drove down the road, or the DUI guy driving down the road, or the people with the kids not in the seatbelts, or, I mean, come on, the speeders, the red light runners. City of Snellville's wasting all this precious time worried about friggin' text messaging. And again, every one of the videos they showed were people at red lights.
Yeah.
Don't you have something better to do?
As long as the vehicle stopped, I don't see why that should be a problem.
I'm sitting at a red light.
Yeah.
What's the difference of me sitting at a red light playing with my radio? What's the difference of me sitting at a red light entering my GPS if it's on my windshield? What's the difference of me reaching for a Coca-Cola? What's the difference of a woman reaching for her lipstick? What's the difference of somebody reaching for a McDonald's? Are you going to tell me that, well, they shouldn't be doing it? Yes, they shouldn't be. But is there a ticket that says you can't eat a Big Mac while you're riding down the road? Does it say that I can't look at the person in the passenger seat while I'm sitting at a red light? Can I not turn and look at the person to the right of me? And I'm not trying to give the cops hell. I'm trying to say there's bigger fish out there to fry, y'all.
Yes, exactly. Sorry, before we go, Lobo says, have a great day.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
But yes, exactly. I mean, I don't understand what the big deal is as long as the vehicle is sitting still. I mean, so what are they going to do if someone pulls over to the side of the road or is still on the road, but to the side of the road, you know, to where people can get by and should happen to be texting someone or entering something in the GPS? Are they going to bust them then? I mean, they are
I also don't like the fact that they think that they have a right to seize my phone and then they have to go get a warrant to get into my phone. Who the hell are you to think you're going to take my phone? If I've not done a criminal offense, not a moving friggin' violation, if I've not done a criminal offense, then you don't have the right to take my property from me. No. It's just like years and years and years ago in 1986, City of Conyers had a dude by the name of Hollywood that worked at the theater.
Yes.
He walked up to some people and said, I've already told you 3 times you're not supposed to have double limo on your windows. And he reached to yank the tint off their windows. And do you know that's illegal?
Oh,
he demanded this one guy I know that had a B2000. It was a slammed Mitsubishi, Mazda. He demanded this guy I went to school with to peel his tint off. Do you know you can't do that either? You can't legally demand for me to destroy my personal property. You can't legally demand me to do that. You can write me that ticket, but you can't demand for me to do that. Just Fun Radio.
Free Suge Knight.
You got a bad connection, dude.
Free Suge Knight.
Suge
Didn't Merriweather, whatever the boxer, post his bail? Is he out or is he still locked up?
I don't think he did it. He's still locked up.
I just still say, no matter what the situation is, if we were put in the same exact moment of having to decide to run over the guy and flee from getting shot, we would have all done the same thing.
Oh, heck yeah. I agree.
Right.
Out of all the things Suge Knight's done, you're going to lock him up for the one thing that he did right.
That's right.
So, all right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. We're getting out of here.
Right on. See you later. I got some peanut butter toast. I got to go. All right, cool. All right.
Okay, we'll see you later. He had some peanut butter toast.
Okay. I heard peanut butter something, but
that's right.
I mostly heard.
All right, everybody, we're going to get out of here. And listen, the next song coming up, I know I'm talking over ZZ Top if you're watching the app, but the next song coming up, I loaded, is the very first song ever played on Just for Fun Radio. Since Oz brought up where we started, I think how cool is it that I started off with Walk This Way by Aerosmith and Run DMC. And look where the two of them are now. You got Reverend Run doing his thing. You know, you got DMC doing his thing. And you got Aerosmith still doing their thing. So everybody, here comes the very first song ever played on Just Fun Radio. It's Aerosmith and Run DMC, Walk This Way. We'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Later, Utes.
Bye, y'all.